Hello everyone. Hello guys. Hello guys. Are you getting me? Sorry for coming late. I'm 2 minutes late. Hope you're okay, guys, wherever you are. No. So welcome to the live stream. Please remember to smash the like button and also share this live stream. Hi, Roll with Liz. Hi. How are you, Roll with Liz? Red Universe. How are you? Ivan Swift. How are you? Hi. Claude Joseph. I see you. Hello. Today, guys, I have a guest from all the way from USA. So, guys, please, you have to be attentive. We have a great topic today, actually, guys, for especially those who want to travel to abroad. So, you have to be very attentive, guys. Let me. Oh my God, I've changed my. Yeah. Let me bring my guest on. Yeah. Hello, Mr. EBM.
How are you, man?
I'm fine.
Finally.
Finally, you have met. I know you have been looking for me, but sorry, next time I will be available.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Also, me, I am taking this opportunity to say thank you so much. Thank you for accepting my requests. I'm so much humble. Thank you so much. Not everyone can accept the requests. For people like me, I'm an upcoming YouTuber. You have been in YouTube for a long time.
But don't
Some
forget
years.
that you're a human being.
Yeah, I know. But
That matters a lot
the way
than YouTube for me.
yeah. At the time I requested you, you didn't know. You said it's okay. When do you want to do it? I said let us do it on this date at this time. You said it's okay. We can go on. So thank you for that. So guys, this is Mr. APM himself. He's currently in USA. Okay, he's a US citizenship. From Africa, all the way from Africa, Tanzania. We are going to do small interview about the green card lottery. He's smart on green card, guys. He's smart, everything smart. Not only on green card, even also on student scholarship. If you want to know about it, we will discuss about here, guys. So please join us and stay tuned. Also, I'll be giving, as usual, my Kenyans. I'll be giving some small credit for this recharge card. So I hope you'll be staying here. So guys, please let us introduce our guest today and welcome him on my podcast, guys. So Mr. Prem, please tell us who you are, where you are, and currently what you are doing in USA, such that my people can know you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kevo, first of all, to invite me to your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
So, for those who do not know me, my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, and I usually go by my abbreviation of my names, which is EBM. That's why you have EBM scholars. Currently, I live in the United States, here in the center of America, in the Missouri. And I've been in the US for 13 years now, originally from Tanzania, so we can speak the same Swahili. Yeah, so obviously, in order to survive, you have to have a job. So I have other job, which is the real job. But on the side, I help people with some information and how to go about it to get scholarships, to get information, correct information about green card lottery, but also even to go to other countries in Europe, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. And after going there, then what? To make sure that you know the procedures to succeed in those countries. So I've been doing that since 2007, trying to share things which I know to other people.
Okay, thank you, EBM. So for those who are joining right now, guys, please remember to smash on the like button and also share this live stream, guys. So we have our guest today from all the way from USA. We are going to discuss about green card lottery, guys, how to apply a green card, why someone can get denied a green card even after winning a green card. You can be denied a visa. He's going to tell us the reason why someone can be denied a visa even if after winning the green card lottery. So EBM, can you tell us how someone can apply the green card? What are the requirements? There's someone need money such that he can apply the green card. Which site? We know we have some the site which are fake sites which someone can use. So can you tell us the really site someone can use to apply the green card, and also tell us if someone the requirements also which are needed to apply it. If there's money also, now tell us, please. We want to know more about it.
Yes. So there are a few things people should know about green card lottery.
Yeah.
If I start from the beginning, for those who do not know, we usually say green card. Green card is, some people do not know what is that. Green card is permanent residence. And the green card is a nickname for permanent residence in America. Other countries, they call just green card. In the US, they have the nickname called green card because the card itself is green. So that's why they call it green card. So there are different ways to get a green card. One among those ways is through lottery system, which we are going to talk about here. Talking about the lottery, no other country on the planet Earth has a lottery system, randomly selection, like the United States.
Wow.
This makes a bigger difference in immigration between the US and Canada, US and Australia. The biggest part of immigration in the United States is based on family-based and lottery. And the small part, employment. In Canada, the biggest part is a merit, is a professional based. It's not a family. Yes, family is there, but it's not the bigger part of people to be migrating there. So on the lottery portion of getting green card, there are things people should understand. Is your country eligible to apply? That's number one. If you are in Africa, at the moment, only Nigeria is not eligible country for Africa. And why one country is not eligible, like for Africa, Nigeria, or India, Pakistan, talking about China, talking about Canada, UK, whatever, why is not eligible? Is a simple reason. The purpose of the green card lottery is to open up opportunity for more diversity from the countries with low representation here in America. By representation, we don't mean we don't count international students. We don't count tourists. We are going to count immigrants. But the problem is, we usually say, oh, I'm immigrant. But if you're an international student, you're not immigrant. By law, immigrant is a person who is a permanent resident.
Yeah.
That's why we have immigrant visa and non-immigrant visa. Immigrant visa is someone to come to immigrate, to stay here on a permanent basis. If you go for any other visa, non-immigrant is a temporary. Whether you're going to study PhD for 4 years, you are still temporary. But if you win a green card lottery, from day one, you are immigrant. So for the countries which have immigrant, meaning they have people being awarded a green card, whether by lottery, whether by marriage, whether by family, like the father is sponsoring for the son, or sponsoring for your child, or by work, if you include all green card, whatever ways, if a country has more than 50,000 people given a green card in the past 5 years, that country is eliminated, is removed from the participation of the green card lottery. But it doesn't mean that is forever. The country can be returned back to the lottery system if the number is going down. That's why I made a video that many countries will be returned this year, starting from Nigeria, because last year, because of the pandemic and the immigration suspension, no green card were issued from last year to March this year. So for that particular case, if we go to count 5 years, obviously there will be a gap of not 50,000 people for many countries. So that's why. So if people are in East Africa, they don't need to worry. But again, your eligibility to participate, we're talking about the countries, is not about the citizenship. You can be a Kenyan, but was born in Nigeria. That means you're not allowed to apply. So the eligibility is the place of birth. So if you are born in Kenya, but you are a citizen of Canada, you are allowed to apply. Even though Canada is not allowed to apply, you are Canadian, but not by birth. Your birth eligibility is Kenya. If you are a refugee, right now we are talking to you, let's say you are born in Congo, but you are originally from Rwanda, or you are born in Kigoma, Tanzania, but you are originally from Burundi as a refugee. When you apply, you don't apply as a Burundian. Yes, your citizenship is Burundian, but the country of chargeability or eligibility is Tanzania, the place of birth. That people should understand that one. Then, there are some people, I want to clarify this more. There are some people, let's say they are born in a country, let's say you're born in Nigeria. Country is not eligible at the moment. But the Nigerian who is born in Nigeria is married to a Kenyan. That person is allowed to apply based on the eligibility of the spouse. So there are almost some exceptions on the eligibility in terms of place of birth. So that's number one. Two, it comes to the issue about work experience and education. During the application for the DV lottery, there is no a component of work experience. There is only education. Usually, this is the law. Whether it is bad thing, whatever. The day you apply, you must have high school education. The day you apply, not a high school student, you have already possessing high school education. Or if you don't have high school education, you must have 2 years of qualifying work experience. Listen the keyword, qualifying. Not just work experience, 2 years of qualifying work experience. So let us start with the education, high school. There are countries, the U.S. Embassy in those countries clearly says, yes, you have high school, but you want to have a minimum C on the mathematics and English. One of the example is Zimbabwe. I'm saying that way because I know someone from Zimbabwe had the same situation where was supposed to go there, and the instruction, the letter was indicating you must have a certain score. So when you apply for the DV lottery, you have to indicate primary school, and then there is high school. But high school is divided. You can go to the high school, don't take the exam, don't graduate. So there is what you call high school with a diploma, high school without a diploma. What does that mean? The problem we get confused is Africans because the diploma is education level in Africa. But in America, is American English, diploma is not a level for study. Diploma is the certificate you have been awarded. You finish primary school, the certificate they give you. You finish Form 4, the certificate they give you. You finish diploma, they finish university. That means you have been awarded degree in political science. You have been awarded finish primary school at maybe whatever whatever you finish. That is diploma. Diploma is certificate in American English. So when they say high school with a diploma, means you completed your high school and you have the certificate to prove that you finished the high school. High school with no diploma means you don't have the diploma, you don't have the certificate. Remember, That form has been designed in American context, not in African or Asian context. Because someone can go to the university, for instance, and they don't graduate like Bill Gates and just continue with other life. But in Africa, we consider you a failure. There is no any other level. What is your level of education? Oh, I just high school. Oh, I'm dropout. No, you have a certain level of education. So if you are still the university student at the moment, they say some college courses. If you are you finish bachelor, is bachelor. If you finish, you are studying masters, is masters, you say graduate courses. So there are classification, a lot of confusion over there. But you have to know what is your exact work experience. But even if you don't put the correct one, there is no problem. Why? Because the decision to select a person doesn't base on the education during the selection of random selection. That one will be able to put a correct one when you are filling the DS 260. By DS 260 is a immigrant visa form, the visa form for people who are coming to live permanently in America. Those who don't come to live permanently, like students, visitor, any other type of visa, we call DS 160. Those are non-immigrant. Immigrant is 260. So, education. So you have to indicate there is no proof of certificate, there is no anything during the application time. Then there is, even if you don't have high school, your primary school, there is no place to say you have 5 years of work experience. But if you win, you have to put work experience. Why am I insisting these items? Because you might be denied the visa despite of winning for failure to submit or to prove that you have good education or the work experience, qualifying work experience. But when we say qualifying work experience, they want to see you are a mechanic. There is no problem to be a mechanic. What training did you go? Did you go to the special vocational training for 1 year, 2 years? Oh, I'm working in the salon hairdressing. Did you go to school? Remember, in America, I'm saying like everything they're doing is in America. You are not allowed to cut anybody's hair if you have never gone to a special cosmetology, whatever school, and you get the state license to cut someone's hair. So for you are just at the barber shop just because the guy has, no. They will ask the question on the DS 260. What training? How long was the training? So the training is into 2 ways. Is it on-job training or you went to a special vocational training before starting the job? And most of these jobs, they want at least 2 years of training. So what does that mean? There is a proper way people have to know how to put them when you are going to fill the DS 260. If you win, what is the proper way? It's not just, oh, I've won. That's what I tell people. Don't just win today and tomorrow I'm going to submit the DS 260. Even if you have high school, is a qualified work education level, still you are at the margin. What if that embassy, they require special score? I have F in mathematics. So will I get or not? So for that particular case, that's why I tell people, find a way to volunteer. Work experience doesn't mean that. The problem with us as Africans, what is your work experience? We see how much money have you made. No. Work experience, is it for free, paid, whatever it is? Did you work somewhere? What is the name of the job? What is the job description? What is the name of your supervisor? Can we call your supervisor? Do you have a proof of the contract? Do you have the proof of the letter of employment? Or, I mean, the recommendation letter from your supervisor or your employer? Even if it's for free. The problem now, people finishing high school, even bachelor degree, their job is to do betting. That is not work experience, betting. Go volunteer. Do something to your community, get hours. That means it helps you to get guarantee of getting visa. So that is just to make sure that you have those qualifications to apply. There are 2 other parts, 3 parts, which are very important in that application. Apart from education and eligibility, that one of the nationality or place of birth. There is the issue of passport. Very, very important. They have introduced passport. Ask yourself why they have introduced the passport. because people started doing some scams. You go on the DV lottery form, I write Ernest Boniface Makulilo is the applicant number 1, and I'm going to do another application, Boniface Ernest Makulilo, that is the second person. I go put Makulilo Ernest Boniface, like you put like 3 people, because there was no passport. And then if one of these wins, someone is going to forge the documentation. Because in Africa, you can get those kind of things. So because of that kind of things, or sometimes someone can go online and see, oh, care for your name, I can just take your name and apply for you. If you win, there are 2 ways. I can come to you and say, pay me, I applied for you, you have won. Or someone can use your identity and go to America because of that. And the day you are going to apply for the visa, say, oh, you're already in America because all your information, someone has used it. So because of that, they've introduced the passport, because even if you know my name, you know my date of birth, you know my place of birth, you don't have my passport number. So that's the reason to protect that. So some people, there is one Ethiopian I know, one Kenyan, one Tanzanian, one from Sierra Leone I know, like for last year, 4 to 5 people, they have won the DV lottery, and when they applied, they didn't put the passport. I'm going to tell you the repercussion of applying doing that way. The instruction number 7 of the DV lottery, which is the new instruction, like this is the second, third year. That means when you apply for the DV lottery, you must have the passport. If you don't have the passport, there is a waiver. You must have one of the 3 reasons. 1, you are coming from a communist-controlled country, and you are unable to get the passport. Last time I checked, there is no any country in Africa which is a communist-controlled country. They don't care whether your country has the highest level of COVID. They don't care your country has the highest level of war. They don't care. The point is your country must be a communist-controlled country, which there is no country in Africa of that nature. In Asia, you can say, maybe I'm from China, but China is not eligible to apply. So, for that particular reason, you don't meet that requirement. Requirement number 2, you must be either stateless. Who is a stateless person? There are very few people in this world who are stateless. You are born in nowhere. I can give you an example, because how is this possible? There is one guy from Angola. They were during the war, they were just moving away in the boat. In the middle of the international water, the child was born. There is no country there. So the person was stateless until he was 18 to take, because they went to French. So they were in France for all those years. The child was not having citizenship of any country, because it was not born in any country on this planet Earth. So if you are saying you are stateless, prove to them you are stateless. Or there are certain countries you can be born and you are not allowed to be given a citizenship of that particular country. And then there are certain situations, like there are very group of people, like in Myanmar or whatever, some of Palestine. So there are certain very few people in this world. Because if you are saying you are stateless, prove to the consular officer you are stateless. Obviously, you are not. You are born in Kenya. You are born in Meru. You are born in Dar es Salaam. You are born in Kampala. You are born in Ansarabe or Antananarivo in Madagascar. You have a place of birth. So you are not stateless. The other reason, you must have a waiver letter, a letter from the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Homeland Security of the United States of America, that they have given you the letter that, oh, go ahead and apply the DV lottery without having passport. So remember, the Secretary of State is the biggest person in the American government. President, if president dies, vice president dies, Speaker of the House. After the Speaker of the House, Secretary of State is there. How can you convince the Secretary of State to write you a letter to give you the waiver that I don't have $50 to apply for the passport in my country? No. So because of those 3 reasons, if you don't have passport, this is what I tell people: apply for the temporary passport. Temporary passport in Kenya, how much is it? It's less than $10. How many days do you get? is you get within the same day, very late next day. If you go early in the morning, they give you the same day. If you go in the afternoon, they give you the next day. In Tanzania, it's $15. They give you the next day. 2 to 3 days, they'll give you that one. And there is no much conditions because that one allows you to travel within East Africa. If you're in West Africa, they have their own version of the temporary passport because that one you can expire after 6 months or 1 year because they know that it's not like 5 years or 10 years passport as we get used to. It is the same passport like the passport book. The difference is this one expires within 6 months or 3 months. This one expires after 10 years and is a passport book. This one, the paper, you can travel within your region just in East Africa because you don't need a visa because you cannot put a visa to go to the U.S. embassy. I want a visa on that small piece of paper. So that is something. So if you don't have the passport and you don't have the temporary passport, please don't apply because you'll win, you'll pay for the medical, you'll pay for the visa fee, and they'll deny you the visa. I guarantee you. It will be like, oh, it's unfair. Don't hit the player. They play by the rule. Even if I'm the consular officer, I'm denying you the visa. Because if you have applied without the passport, you are likely to become a fraud person, to become a scam. What if you have applied another application with another name and you say you don't have the passport? How can I know? No matter what, U.S. government is protecting every single way for the security of America. There is a difference between U.S. and Europe. In Europe, a police officer is allowed to stop you at any point and ask you, show me your papers, your immigration status. In the United States, you are not allowed to stop me. What criteria have you used to stop me? I'm black, or I look like a Mexican, I look like Arab. Do I look, because you can be white and you can be from Poland or from another country. So that's why, to avoid that one, is a constitution that you are not allowed to stop anybody. Arizona one time wanted to put past that law. It was unconstitutional to stop anybody, unless otherwise it's a checkpoint, like in the border. Everybody will be stopped and be asked that question. Not just like, okay, you see someone, okay, this person is just having a hoodie, is wearing. No, that is not happening. So for that particular case, you can come here and disappear in the forest or off the grid. No one can be able to do anything with you. They cannot catch you. So for that particular case, the first line of defense of America is the embassy. So they'll do everything to be possible that even if you disappear, we want to be a normal person, not to take a chance of bringing someone who is not possible, a good person to be able to apply and cause trouble in America. So that is very important. That's why I'm explaining about more about that one. When it comes, is just the aspect of the passport.
Requirement.
Then the last two, which are critical, is number of children and marriage. Marriage, you can have excuses in one way or another. I'll tell you why. Let's go to the children. When we say children, we don't mean the neighbor's children. We don't mean your brother's children. We don't mean your sister's children. You don't mean whatever. Family is Baba, which is a father, Mama, which is a mother, and children. Full stop. Don't bring other extended family like in African context. Oh, my mother's dependent. No, dependents are yourself, you, your spouse, and children. So by children, we mean your biological children. If you are legally married to someone, legally married, the children, if you married to someone who has children, those are your stepchildren. You are allowed to add your stepchildren and adopted children. Adopted children, not because you paid for school fees, not because you gave them chapat or you gave them pilau or jollof or rice, whatever. No, it's because you went to the court of law and have a full custody that these, from now on, have adopted this person legally by the court of law. Out of that, that is not your child. So the question is, number of children. If you put 0, while you have a child, if you win the DV lottery, you go to add those children, you will be denied the visa right away. So for that particular case, make sure that if you're in Dubai, you're in Qatar, you're in Uganda, you're in another country, you're in another city, make sure that you get the photos of your children right now, ready to go. Don't wait to the last minute and the person in the cyber cafe says, oh, don't worry, we'll add them later. No, that person doesn't know the regulations. They want just your money to apply. If you win the DV lottery and you didn't put that child, you'll be denied the visa if you come to bring them. Maybe we decide to deny, I don't have the child for the rest of your life, you come alone. But if you add them, game over. You are going to be denied the visa. And the last part is, but the question is, what if the child is born after applying? There is no problem. You'll be able to add. If you are applying today, the child is born tomorrow. I mean, it's going to be born tomorrow. There is no problem. But the day you are applying, if you have a child that day, doesn't matter whether the child is 1 day old, you must have a photo of that child. But you cannot have the photo of a pregnant woman that is the child. No, the child has to be born. So there is no problem. You can add the child later. And the last part is the marriage or marital status. There is no girlfriend status. There is no fiancé status. Fiancé. There is no all this kind of status. No matter how many years you have lived with someone, if you're a spouse, are you married? Yes, I know there are some people that are married in customary marriage or traditional marriage, whatever it is. If you marry on the traditional marriage, it's okay. You can say you are married, but you cannot be given the visa until you have the marriage certificate from the government. So you have to go to register your marriage. You want to go to register, they'll give you the certificate of today, but to reflect that you have been living with this person you have been married with this person for a longer time. So there's no difference about the date of the certificate. It's just like when I go today to get my new birth certificate. Yes, you will be given the birth certificate today, but showing I was born in September 1991. So that's something you need to know. But there are some people that are going to put their friends. There is this notion, oh, if you are married, you'll be having more chance. No. The more chance of being a winner is if the husband has a passport, is applying as a main applicant, adds the wife. And the wife has the passport, is allowed to add the spouse, the husband. If one applies, if you are married, it doesn't help you anything, you are one application, unless otherwise both are applying also as main applicant. And in addition to that, failure, if you add your girlfriend or any person who's not your wife or your husband, they catch you, will be denied the visa. So that is something very, very critical, important. But what if you get married after the results are out or after applying? There is no problem. You are okay. You are going to add that particular person. So those are the key issues. But one thing I can add is this way. Let's say you are allowed to add a child who is under the age of 21 and married. Under 21 and unmarried. If you're above 21 and above, you cannot, because if you add the date of birth, it will say this person is above the age of 21 and above. So if you force, that means you'll be lying. That means you'll be caught that you have cheated by changing the year. So you can apply if, let's say, your husband, you are the father, you apply, you say you have a child who is 19. But if that child also has a passport, that child has the opportunity to also apply as independent. Does that make sense? So if you are under the age of 21, convince your parents to apply, they ID you and they apply you, so you have more chances. But what if you are a stepchild in this family? This family will claim you and your biological parent will claim you too. So you have more chances of winning. So those are the different ways how to increase the chances. Those are legal ways. It's not something crazy. But overall, this is a free application through the official government website. There is no any agency, any company is partnered with the government to help you in any other way. There is no way that there is any person who will be able to speed up your application. Because we get used to the cutting the corner and giving someone a chai, giving someone some corruption, that doesn't work here. So don't pay to any organization or company. They say they'll apply for you. Just make sure that you apply for free. If you win, that's a different story. But application is free through a government website. And to know this is the U.S. government website, at the end it will have .gov at the end. Any website without .gov at the end, that is not U.S. government website. And because the U.S. federal government, but the Department of State, which is like Foreign Affairs, Department of State is the one is in charge of the lottery system. That means the website will have the word .state. So that's why the website is www.dvprogram.state.gov. DV program, DV stands for the diversity visa, which is a program. So DV program .state, state means the Department of State, .gov means the US government. And nobody has ever produced another website with exact domain name of .gov like the United States of America. So apply for free. If you don't win, it's okay. You can apply next year. But reduce any ways of not winning. Like the background of the photo must be white. You are using red or blue. Why? Don't wear glasses, you wear glasses. Don't wear uniform, you are a security guard wearing the uniform. You feel that is cool. No, it's not cool. You have to take the photo in advance, make sure that you know everything, how to go about it. And it's very, very easy. So avoid anything will cause you to have the automatic rejection. If you apply, you make any mistake, but you complete the application, don't try to correct it. There is no way to correct it. Some people, they're going to do another application. No, duplicate application is automatically punching your head out. You are not even going to be considered for the selection because you have done duplicate application. So those are the key issues you need to know. Each person has one application. Each person has the equal opportunity of winning.
Wow, thank you, Mr. EPM. You have totally analyzed all the questions I had. Okay, let me welcome these people. This Africa, hello, thank you for joining in. Tenik, say thank you also for joining in. Sister to sister, thank you. I see you. Mama Pen, thank you for joining in. Lol with Liz, I saw you. And also Fernanda Swift, Jean Cloud. Also, thank you for joining in, guys. Please, if you are joining right now, smash the like button and share this live stream. And also, EPM himself is a YouTuber, guys. You can go to his channel and support him by subscribing to his channel. If you need to see more about the videos, green card lottery, guys, please go there and support him. Now, we have another question, EPM. Let's say now I'm outside Kenya, I'm a Kenyan, but staying in Dubai. Okay, when I'm doing application, can I apply as a Dubai citizen or I apply like a Kenyan citizen?
That you bring a very good question.
Yeah.
As I said, your citizenship is nothing in the DV lottery application, but the country of birth is determining whether you are eligible or not eligible. But I can go further. You are Kenyan. Assume you're still Kenyan, you live in Dubai. The question might be, which address should I put? Should I put the address I'm in Dubai, or I put the address I'm in Kenya? Or if I'm Tanzanian, but I'm in Uganda, should I put the address where I'm currently is, or put my home address of where the country is? So here's what I usually advise people. Number one, think yourself, 1 year and a half, 2 years to come, where will I be 2 years to come? If you're applying in October, 2 years, are you going to continue to be in Dubai? If the answer is no, you can put the address of your home country. Or where do you like to have the interview? Because once you win, by default, the interview location is the address you put there. So if obviously, when they ask you the address, they want the current address. Where do you live right now? You will put Dubai. Or if you put your address, for instance, you say, for instance, let's say, for instance, you are from Senegal and you are in Kenya. You put address of, you say, currently I'm in Kenya. By default, the location of the interview will be Nairobi, U.S. Embassy, Nairobi. By default. Yes, you are allowed to change. What I'm trying to do is to reduce unnecessary stress because people do not know this. And when it comes to the lottery time they have won, by default, it comes, oh, you have to be Dubai. They do not know. And someone went back to Dubai for the interview because they didn't know that you can change and do the interview in Kenya. So the address, there are two things. The address, the purpose of that address is to determine the location of the interview. By default, where you are. But you can put the current where you are, or you can put the country where you are. It doesn't matter. But for me, I just want to make sure that if you know for sure, be the interview in my country, Kenya, put the country in Kenya, it will come by default that way, and you don't need it to start changing, because DS260 is another ball game. That's one thing. Apart from that, there is address. It doesn't have any other purpose. That's what we shall tell people, because when they say, because there is thing we call there is mail address and email address. People get confused. Nowadays, with the social media, many people do not go to the post office to get the address, the physical letters like this one. People don't go and get this one. In the US, your address where you live is where they send the letter. You get your mail at your home. So by default, very few people, they have PO box. But usually we have the mail comes to your home. So your address where you live, that is your mail address. In Africa, in Asia, many places, not all. In Rwanda, they are very civilized. They have the exact, you can go to road number, which road, you can go in Kigali, whatever, which number, and you can go exactly the location. But how are you going to find someone in Kibera? You can't. So we don't have those addresses like in Kibera, like in Rwanda or in the US, where you can put the house number, the street name, whatever. So usually tell people, even if you put the physical letter, like the location, like the church or your school, care of your work, whatever, even if you put in PO Box 1110, whatever, that address, they don't send any document at all. As I said, that address in the end, where it is, like the place we put in the country, you are in Kenya, or you are in Qatar, you are in Brazil, that one will be used just for determining where the interview will be by default as a location for the interview. But it has nothing to do with sending any documents. The most important will be the email address. No matter what, try to use your email address. There are so many people, oh, I put the wrong email address. How do you put the wrong email address? Don't use the cyber guy or internet cafe guy's email address. Create your own email address and have it. Because someone can have that email and can have your confirmation number and say, I'm not giving you. There is one Kenyan who's charging 7,000. I remember. What to do? Let's go to the police. Another person was, and they sent someone guy in the US. Oh, apply for me. The person applied. The person won. I say, I get this is the case number. Just few numbers in your name. You have won. You have to marry my brother, so that you can. Otherwise, I'm not giving you the full. I don't press anything. I don't give you even because you don't have the confirmation number. You don't have the case number. You don't have anything. So that's why I tell people apply on your own, because in the end, if someone changes their mind, the cyber guy knows that you have won, and they have your confirmation number. If they don't give you back, what are you going to do? You don't come to America. Go to the police. Is going to give. So the only other way is just do by yourself. Be in charge of your own life. It is the easiest application in this life. If you can't feel, I mean, I can understand to ask the support from DS260, but not the DV lottery application, because your name, date of birth, place, country of whatever, those are simple. If you can't fill that form, why are you coming to America? How are you going to survive? Everything is just like on your own. So those are the few things. Like the address is not a problem. You can put any address wherever you want, but just know that the country you put there, like where you are or where your address is be determining as the default for the location. The only other countries, like for instance in Uganda or Burundi, you cannot have interview immigrant visa in Uganda or in Burundi. By default, they'll tell you the interview will be in Nairobi. But if you want to do in Tanzania, you can change to Tanzania. If you want to do another country, it's up to you. But I can add something on that. Let's say when you are going, let's say you have won, and where do you determine to do the interview? You are Kenyan and you are in Dubai. Do you want to do your interview in Dubai while your wife and children are in Kenya? My usual advice is the easy way, go to your home country. Because yes, your wife or your spouse and children can come to you, but what if they are denied the visa and you already have that, already the deadline your interview maybe is September 20, and September 30 is the end. You cannot tell me, okay, CC, can you change my location to another country? No. So by default, going back to your country, it will be easier to join your family, or unless otherwise the country where you go, it's easier to go. Like, for instance, I'm going to Tanzania, you don't need the visa per se, but if you're in England and you say, oh, my wife will come to England, trust me, do you have the bank statement? Do you have everything? You'll be denied, and then it will be another problem. And to add on that, again, I want to make it easier for so many people, is this way. No matter how difficult it is, when you win the DV lottery, people do not understand how powerful green card is. If United States government, they say, if anybody with $30,000 or $50,000, we give you green card by this amount of money, I tell you, everybody will be on the line. But you are in Africa, you are in another continent, you win the lottery, and then, oh, I want my spouse will come later. Later? What if there'll be a war? What if Corona comes? This opportunity doesn't come to us. Just get into the plane, all of you, no matter how hard it is. Sell, even if you have a rat, sell that rat to other people. Sell everything you have. Make sure you come all at once or don't come at all. But coming one alone and then down the road later is difficult. It can cost you a lot. So if you want to come all at once, get the actual card and tell your family to go back if you want that to do that way. But that means instead of losing the opportunity, because if they exceed that debt, that card is over. That means it will take you longer and more money to bring them, because you now will be a green card holder trying to sponsor a child or to sponsor your spouse. And remember, you are not a highly preference because you are not a U.S. citizen. It can take up to 4 or 5 years sometimes for green card holder to bring a spouse, green card holder to bring a child. They can come as a visitor, but not to be given a green card. So don't make unnecessary mistakes. So those are things I want to point out to you so that you can make sure that even if you win, you know what things will be going. Yes, there will be a lot of costs. I know it's expensive, but don't take it for granted. Just this green card, because you just put the 2 minutes, you fill the form, you have won. It's a big thing.
Okay, thank you, Mr. EBM. And also, after now, let's say for me, let me say, like, I have won a green card lottery. What are now the process, like the steps to be followed? Like this medical, am I going to pay for medical? Am I going to pay for the interview? Yeah. So can you tell us, can you make it clear such that people can understand it?
Yes. Green card lottery is free to apply, but it's not free after winning. It's just like that is the statement that you have freedom of speech, but your freedom will be determined after saying what have you said. If you say public you are going to harm the United States president, yeah, you have freedom of speech, but after that the FBI will knock at your door. Whether you say, oh, it's discrimination or not, you cannot say that you are planning to harm the president. So yes, you have freedom of speech, but your freedom is not guaranteed after saying what you said, depending on what you said. So yes, green card lottery is free to apply, to be selected. Everything is free. Once you win, there are costs associated with that. What are those costs? And the good thing is, all those costs, they are not just on day one. You have to pay them all at once. First of all, the results usually come in May, with exception of last year and the pandemic, it come in June, but it comes on the first Tuesday or the first week, the first 10 days of May, where the results are coming out. When the results are coming out, it doesn't mean that tomorrow you are going to start, okay, give me chapati, so and so, I'm getting ready to go to America. No, you are not going right away, because after May, the interviews are starting in October. But what is your case number? Is your case number 1? No. Your case number will determine when you will have the interview. That's something you need to know. That's why I usually tell you there's small case number, there's high, middle case number, high case number. For instance, in African case, for instance, if your number is exceeding 50,000, don't start promising your girlfriend that I will take you to America. Don't start promising that I will go and build you a small house and open you a kiosk and all these promises just to get a girl. No, don't do that, because you might not even be called for the interview. So the case number will be able to determine. As I've said, so let's say you win in May results. Your case number, let's say, is below 10,000. So below 10,000, possible by January the following year, you will be able to do. So you have 7 months to go for the interview. But the day they are going to, after that, first of all, after winning, you have to fill the form with DSC 260, which is a visa form. It's free to fill the visa form. It's free. You don't pay anything. Then at one point, Kentucky Consular Center, Kentucky is a state. So KCC is in Kentucky. So, which is a part of the Department of State. So one of the processes, they'll ask you for the documents, birth certificate, if you are married, marriage certificate, police clearance, passport, whatever, all those kind of things. If you've been in prison record. If you have been to military, you have to give the military record, all those kind of things. But after that, then 6 weeks before your interview, most of the time it's 6 weeks, but if it's very, very low, it will be 4 weeks. So they'll give at least 6 weeks that you are being scheduled for the interview on this date. So once you are scheduled for the interview, that's when you are going to do the medical. So you don't do a medical before, because you do not know who is your person to do the physical. And the person for the physical, for the medical, they will never do the medical for you unless otherwise you go with the letter you have won and they schedule for the interview. Because remember, the medical expires. So if you take like very early, it will expire and you will pay again. So the medical you pay once you already have the interview date, then you are going to do. So the U.S. Embassy, after when they give you the interview date, you'll get the email and notification from KCC, and then Embassy also get the same notification. Embassy will send you also the email with more instruction and the list of physicians or doctors in your country you can choose from where you can be able to do the medical. They are going to look on a bunch of things, but I want to assure you people, you will never be discriminated based on certain type of disease or certain type of disability. No. They're not going there to just to determine, can you run? Can you do this? No. The only thing which is the biggest in medical is the tuberculosis. If you have tuberculosis TB, you will not be allowed to come to America. You will not be denied the visa. You will be told to go and get it treated first. Take another test. If you are okay, you have to do, then they'll give you the visa. Why? Because in US, tuberculosis has been eradicated, so they cannot take that chance for someone to come with TB here. So that is something you need to know. So you have to do, that is the biggest part. But for Africans, most of them, I believe myself, one among even Kenya, we already have the TB vaccine. So usually the test for tuberculosis, you put your hand here, they put a certain liquid in your skin. If there is a bump, that means after 24 whatever hours, you have sign of tuberculosis, whatever. But for us, because we have vaccine since we are kids, it will test like kind of like positive. So usually we don't do direct that one. They do X-ray direct. So that's, they do X-ray just to check your tuberculosis. They don't do HIV/AIDS. They don't do all this complicated stuff. And even if you have, they cannot discriminate you to come here. They don't test all those kind of things. Then, so how much is the medical? It depends, but average for adult is about $400 US. For children, because they're not checking so many things for the children, and most of the kids, they already have all the vaccine ready. So usually it will be smaller, maybe it can be 150, depending on the country, or 100, 150, 200 max for the children. But that is average. So you have to know if you are single, if you are married, how many kids you have, what is their age, to know how much you need to pay. You will pay them there, cash. Then they will give you when the results are done, they will give, some of the countries, they take the results, the doctors send direct to the embassy, but most of the time they give you the envelope of the results. Don't open those results. Don't play smart to open the results, because you will be denied the visa once they find out you have opened, and they will know if you have opened. That is the amount of money. So that depends on the family. Then there is a visa fee now. So the visa fee is $330 US. You will pay by cash. That one doesn't matter whether you are one day old, whether you are 50 years old, whether you are 200 years old. Everybody, as long as you get that visa for the immigrant visa, is $330. And you pay by cash. So if you are single, it's up to you. If you are 2, 5, the money goes further. Apart from that amount, then there is the amount. So there is what is called there is what we call USCIS fee, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services fee. So let me show you. This is not a green card, but I want to show like it's not a green card. This one. This is a passport card. So the green card is just like this one, just like a card like this one. So there is a cost of printing this one. So for the passport, it's $25. For the green card to print this one is $220, if not mistaken, per person. So once you have been told you have been given the visa, they'll give you a piece of paper how to pay that one online. That amount you can pay before you travel. You can pay that after arriving in America. It doesn't matter. But they will never print this. They're not going to print this card to send it to you until you pay that money. And don't worry. Even if you pay before, you can get within 4 weeks. Even if you pay here, it can take you 6 to 8 weeks. So, but it doesn't mean that if you don't have this card, you cannot work. Your visa is immigrant visa. Technically, you are allowed to work to any employer. So from the when you arrive here, the same day or next day, go to the Social Security, show your passport with that immigrant visa. They will give you social. The social, which will not have the words with authorization, will be allowed to work to any employer, and you can start working to any employer, even if the actual card you don't have. And you can this card you can stay even for 5 years. Nobody has ever asked you to show me your green card, actual green card. No, because your Social Security card is linked to the system. So if you put there in any job, they know you are allowed to work because you have that social, which is linked to is a citizen or your green card holder. It will say that way because they call it the E-Verify. Electronic verification of employment. They can be able to do that to determine if you are eligible to work or not. So by green card holder, you'll be able. So if you don't have enough money, don't start paying that amount directly before coming. You can pay while you are here. I know, for instance, Carla and their family, they paid while they are here, and it didn't affect anything. My nephew paid it before coming here, and didn't affect anything. So those are the amount of the money. Then it comes to the ticket part. Depends how many you are. Which region? Are you in West Africa? Are you in East Africa? Are you in Northern Africa? Southern Africa. That's number one. Second, what airline are you traveling with? Are you using the Ethiopian Airways, the African one, or you are using KLM, or are you using Turkish Arabic one, or you are using Emirates? The type of the airline, the day you are purchasing ticket, if you are purchasing ticket today, you are traveling next week, it will be more expensive. But if you purchase today, you are traveling next month, it will be a little bit affordable. Again, once you are given the visa, you have 6 months to travel. If you don't travel after 6 months, game over. The visa expires. So don't wait on the last month to travel. Anything can happen. You know African governments can go crazy, election, and the airport can be closed. And you can be having trouble. So once you have, I usually tell people, if they give you 6 months, try your best, don't go more than 3 months, just in case. Because don't come into trouble of not getting it just for the and mistakes which can be avoided. So those are the amount of the cost. But how much money do you need to have while you are here? That is another question you need to ask yourself. That also depends on the following factors. Factor number one, what is the relationship and the contract you have with your host? If, let's say, you win and you say, I'm coming to be your host, I can say, okay, you come to my here, you will stay for 2 months for free. And then from there, you can find your own home. So obviously, you know how to start. But someone can say, come here from day one, each month you have to pay me $300. So you know for sure, the starting money you'll be having the rent to pay. So if you have a place when you can be able to stay at least 3 months for free, how much you need to have? I usually tell people 5,000 will be good to start with. Because you already have that one. It will help you to get used to get settled, find a job right away, to pay down payment, like the security deposit for the apartment, and the starting of everything. So that is also something you need to know. The relationship with your with the host, how much the relationship and everything, and how eager you are to find a job. But give yourself like, I'll be stable to have my own apartment and everything. At least after 2 months, the third month, you'll be able to start doing that. because you know how to pay the bills. You already get separate. You know, like if I'm using public transportation or I have to purchase my own vehicle, I need to have insurance. I need to have this. You have already settled your 60 days to 90 days. Those will be enough. So that will be able to determine how much money you have. But it depends if you're a family or you are single. If you have a family, but okay, do you have children? How old are your children? Are you able to go to put the children in daycare? You can't. It's very difficult. If they're in school age, that's very good because the time they're in school, one can be working during the day, one can work during the night. You can be able to alternate as parents. So there are all those kind of things you can be able to figure out on how to start the life here in America.
Wow, thank you, EBM. Hey, you are analyzing everything. Felt good. Everyone, even if you can't understand, it is easy to understand. Now, what about again now, if I may ask, before I give out my credit, now, what about, let's say that I'm married, and also we had applied with my wife. I was the main applicant. Now that after winning the green card lottery, my wife gives birth to a newborn baby. What can I do? What can we do?
If the child is born, it's a blessing. You come with the child. The child is come. But if the child was born before applying, that is a different ballgame. Means you lied. Do you have children? You put 0 while you have a child. The question you can ask me, how do you take a picture of a baby? There are different ways. Number one, because we took a picture of Faustina while we got the passport, she was less than 6 months. You do like this, you go like this is the background, you take the white cloth, whatever, and you take the baby, you raise up here, and someone take a picture of here, or you put the sheet down and you take the picture from baby sleeping this way, and you take this picture this way, or you put it on the car seat, but the car seat is supposed to be having white, everything, you take a picture. The babies, they don't have the instructions like adult one, like I'm talking the infants. In terms of the picture to be like you have to be like straight, complete. So the baby, you know, like it's very difficult, so they can turn a little bit. It's okay, but for that, they are looking for all those kind of like a little bit of shadow. But the kids, they are understanding all those kind of things.
Wow, thank you. And also, how many times can I apply to say like now it's over? Because someone applies 1 or twice and loses hope. How many times can I apply?
That's a very good question. How many times can you apply to the point to say, no, I'm done? Apply, it is free. As long as it's free, continue to apply until the day the U.S. government decides to end the green card lottery. What are you losing by applying? How many minutes does it take? How many times you watch Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool, Madrid, and your team is losing? Are you stop watching soccer? No. Did you stop going to school because you didn't get A? Because from primary school, keep studying. You don't get A, you keep studying. You didn't quit. So as long as, that's what I say, don't pay anybody. As long as you use your phone, take your background, take a photo, apply using your phone, or go to the cyber internet cafe, apply. Less than 10 minutes. Usually, why people are getting upset is because they put all their life into one item, green card lottery. Yes, myself, I was excited. I'm going to play for green card lottery. I want to win. I'll be doing 1, 2, 3. But don't go to the obsession, to the things which you cannot control of. No matter how much you pray, even if you're a bishop, you can pray no matter how much you pray, and you might not win. It's just happening. So what you need to do, yes, no, the green card lottery, yes, oh, I've applied lottery. I'm looking forward, I can win this thing. But what other things should I do beyond the green card lottery? There is Canada. We talk about immigration in Canada. There is Australia. There is New Zealand. There is Norway we have been talking about. We have talked about Finland. There are so many other things. But what if I don't want to go outside completely? What other things can I do which is productive in reaching my goals and my dreams within Kenya, within Tanzania, within wherever you are? I understand myself. I had the obsession of coming to America. It was my dream since I was in the 5th grade. Primary school, 1994, 1995, I will go to live in America. I will stay there until I die there. I'll be buried in America. But I had to look what are the things I can control. I came to realize that no matter what you do, I can control to get a scholarship. I applied lottery 5 times. I didn't get lottery. 5 or 6 times. I didn't win the green card lottery. But I knew what I can control is my GPA, knowing everything about scholarships. I went through education. So I got green card through marriage. And then I got citizenship because I was in the U.S. Navy. But you have master's degree, and every year you get upset. Oh, why? This America, and that's why people hate so much Trump, because they no. Even if I'm becoming president, the number one question is this? Remember, when you were president, you were in charge of your country. I'm not in charge of other countries. So even this is the question: should the American immigration system change to become like Canada? Simple like that. Should we do lottery randomly to bring someone who is in primary school, while Canada, they are bringing people who have bachelor degree, master's degree in IT, and PhD? Why someone in America who comes here with a scholarship, do master's degree, and America gives the money to that person? I came in America, I was given over 100,000 to study in America, and they didn't give me a green card. Why? That's why even Obama made the statement. They have to figure out, we give a scholarship to come people to study here, and we don't give them green card, we don't give work permit for a longer time, then they go they go back to their countries and they compete with us because they know everything about us. Which is very logical. But in Canada this way, if you go to study in Canada, bachelor degree, 4 years, you'll be given work permit of 4 years. If you do masters for 2 years, you have 2 years work permit. If you do PhD for 5 years, after finishing you have 5 years work permit. But in the US, even if you do PhD for 5 years, you have 1 year of work permit. You see the problem is. So why can't we, if we do, so Canada, they have, apart from the merit-based and express entry, they have a second path for people who have studied in Canada and have worked in Canada work experience. If you have 5 years work or 4 years work experience in Canada, automatically allow you to be given permanent residence in Canada. But in the US, it's not. But if the problem in the US is, in order to run away from argument, if you bring anything about immigration, anything about this one, oh, you are racist. No, it's not. These are the actual issues. Because in Kenya, how many Kenyans are upset when Chinese are in Kenya or Chinese are in Tanzania? They are selling even tomatoes. People get upset. Do you want to tell me that all Americans, they are happy? No, they are not happy. So this is the reality. Is immigration is the big issue. If you cross a road, if you cross through Somalia, you come to Nairobi, they catch you, they take you back to Somalia. If you come from Ethiopia, go to Tanzania, they catch you, but if America, they catch you, they take you back. Oh, that is human right. This guy is racist. No. I came here legally, and I protect it for, that's why do I waste my time to tell people, oh, these are the ways to come? I tell you legally. No matter what, there are legal ways to be here and succeed. So keep applying lottery in America, but open mind what are opportunities in other countries. For instance, even if it's not about America, forget about Canada, forget about other things. There are UN jobs. If you go to the UN jobs, there is UN volunteers. UN volunteer is paid than a master's degree person in Tanzania or Kenya. UN volunteer. So why can't we apply to become a volunteer for the UN? You have a degree. You have 5 years work experience. You have master's degree. Why can't you apply, become international expert for UN, UNHCR, and working in Sudan? Or go to work with the WFP in Namibia? So let's not focus just America only. You can go to another country in Africa and be paid more than being in America and be having a very good status. So my point is we need to open up. There are so many opportunities, even within Africa, as long as we know that expert doesn't mean that it must be a white person. Expert can be a black person. You can be African expert in Africa, in another country. So that is, people should know that these are opportunities. I usually tell people, when God created man and a woman, Adam and Eve, Adam and Hawa, whatever you call them, told them, go to the earth, multiply, conquer, dominate the world. Didn't say go to Kenya. Kenya was created, those lines, by a colonial master. During the Berlin conference, they sat on the table and just put those lines. So don't confine yourself by colonial mentality that I must be in Kenya. No. We split the people, Maasai of Kenya and the Maasai of Tanzania. They were one people. We cut the line there. So your job is to be on this planet Earth and do better things for any person you meet. Whether you meet this is Africa, even if he's American, You meet Ponte, even if he's from Italy, it doesn't matter. If you are a nice person for every human being, that matters. If you find someone is in trouble, no matter of the race, no matter of the country, we are all human, and God is going to judge us as human beings. And God is not going to judge us because we are Tanzanians or because we are Africans, because we are Kenyans, or because we are Ugandans. No. So what you need to do, that's like what I'm doing. If a person is from Afghanistan asking me a question, I'm answering the question. I don't give a priority. Oh, because it's my fellow African asking me a question, I have to answer. I'm not obliged. I'm obliged to do the interview. I'm obliged to support anybody. I'm able to do that regardless of the country, because these boundaries of the countries is nothing. Yes, we're excited now. I'm an American citizen. I can travel to other countries, but that doesn't mean make me better than you. That doesn't mean make better than the person who stayed in Tanzania. And there are so many people who are in Tanzania. I guarantee you, if we bring 10 people from Tanzania who gets $500 per month, 8 of the 10 will be happier than me who gets over $5,000-6,000 per month because of the life here. So being here doesn't mean that you are better than them. No, you are stressed more than them. Yes. So we need to know that, to appreciate each one and find a way. Opportunities there everywhere. If it doesn't, you don't need to get like you must go to this country so that you can be complete. No, you are on the world. You have good health. Find a way. If your job is you plan to write a book, if you want to have successful YouTube, you can have a successful YouTube without being in America. You can have successful life. You can write best memoirs, best books, whatever you want, even if you are not in America or you are not in Europe. And I mean, sometimes I'm upset with some people. Sometimes we get caught up. We send the pictures like, "Oh, I'm having good time," but we are not having good time. The reality is, please find these opportunities. Apply for the lottery each year, no matter whether you lose it, because sometimes you create an opportunity for your children. Even if you don't plan to live here, you can come here and go back and forth to the point that your children can have a better school. That's good for you. But don't confine your life to be in America. In Sweden, in Norway, Finland, Canada, they have the basic medical care system. They have the good way of supporting their people than in America. So if you're confident, oh, America, yes, but the stress is bigger than other countries. So we have to open up and not just confine, okay, I must be here. That's why you can see why many people now they are going to Africa. Despite of the money, people want happiness. So all those kind of things are very important to consider.
Wow, thank you, PM. So for those guys who are joining us, let me give you shout outs. Sakopo, thank you for joining in. Newton Webster, thank you for joining in. Tenixi, thank you for joining in. Tenixi, I know you are watching from USA. Thank you. Also, Justin Nekesa, thank you for joining in. This is Africa. Thank you for joining in. Derek, the villager, Derek, thank you for joining in. Now the Petty Fefa also, thank you guys. Please guys, go and support EPM Scholars. He's a very good YouTuber, and also he's doing videos on based on green card, lottery, and also scholarship, student scholarship. Guys, please, you can go and check his channel. He's a very big YouTuber and expert, lighter expert. He's lighting also books, guys. Now I'm going to give out my first credit, guys, for those who are in Kenya. So please be ready. Tell me if you are ready, such that I will give you the $1 credit. That's 100 shillings, Kenyan shillings, guys. So I'm sorry for those who are outside from Kenya, but let me give, in Kenya life is too much difficult. I know those who are in abroad, they can use the Wi-Fi. So please tell me if you are ready to give you out. Thank you, Newton Webster, for sharing the link of EPM Scholars. Thank you guys. You can go there and subscribe to his channel and support him, guys. Please, he has very many informative videos. They will help you in one way or the other. Even if it's not you, they will help another one. Please go and subscribe to his channel, guys. Please tell me if guys you are ready. I'm going to read the voucher number such that I'll have one winner here who is watching. Please tell me, guys, comments on the comments, guys, if you are ready for me to read the voucher number, guys. Also share this live stream and smash the like button, guys. Tell me if you are ready, guys. Tell me. Okay, I can see Newton Webster is ready. Guys, that is the rank of EPM scholars. Go and support this channel, please. I can so only Webster who is ready. Maybe so other people. I'm ready, K4, sucks. Okay, thank you. You are ready. We have 2 people. East Africa is saying, hello EPM. I think you are going to now to check each other right after this live stream. Actually, EPM is a Kenyan by marriage. It's a, I can say, he's from USA, but Kenyan by marriage. You know, he married a Kenyan. So now he calls himself a KPM. I think you know him. Felix Tribe Africa, thank you for tuning in, guys. Newton Webster, okay, ready. Nefada Jones, ready. Okay, let me read this photo number, guys. 6633136073522449. Let me repeat. 6633136073522449. And anyone who have a question, who have won, ready in Uganda. Thank you, Derek, for watching from Uganda. Also, guys, you can go. This is almost all YouTubers who are watching here. Just support each other, guys, sister to sister. EPM, do you think this diversity program works for other places such as 8? Yeah, we have a question here from
yes, I believe Haiti is one among the countries which is eligible to apply. And also they have, I don't remember if they're still, they had special programs, specific people from that country, and they're special after the previous, it was during the Clinton administration. There is special programs for migrants to come here. Haiti and Cuba, they had special programs, immigration pathways to come here. I do not know, I'm not so sure if they're still available for them. But for the lottery, yes, I believe so. I don't think if it's already removed. But if I said, like, even if country is no longer part of participating in the lottery, it's because it has over 50,000 immigrants, people got green card through other means in the last 5 years. This October, most of the countries will be returned because, from March last year to March this year, no visas were issued. No green cards were issued. So for that particular case, many countries, they will go lower into the 50,000 threshold. So for that case, most countries will be coming back.
Wow, there's also, thank you, EPM. There's also another question from Brett. Is asking that question for EPM. What do you think about training the Coast Guard first the Navy?
Okay, I don't know where the person is asking from. For me, I will go for Navy than Coast Guard. For various, in the end, the benefits are the same. Number one, though Coast Guard, for them, they are just primarily into the water, so you need to know how to swim seriously. But Navy, yes, you need to know how to swim. You pass the test, but you cannot even swim until you can finish your life. You don't need to swim. But Coast Guard, because their job is to protect the ocean border in the ocean side, so obviously is that way. That's number one. But when it comes to how much they get paid in terms of everything is the same. But again, another thing, when it comes to the status, many people, when they talk about military, they forget Coast Guard. So usually many people, they talk about military, they talk Navy, they talk Marines, they talk Air Force, they talk Army. They forget there is Coast Guard. But if you like Coast Guard, it's okay. It is good to do that one.
Okay, thank you.
Africa, I say my uncle did 22 years in the Navy. Navy, for me, I like Navy because it's the easiest in all branches. Navy and Air Force are the easiest one, unless otherwise you are SEAL. Okay, that's not easy. Or you are SWIC, those special forces, or you are like those like heavy duty divers, whatever. But majority in Navy is much better, easier compared to like Marines or Army when it goes to the training, because those are heavy duty, no serious, is training, and they are determined to be in the front line than in the Navy. So even my deployment is easier. I mean, it's difficult because you are in the ship like a prisoner, obviously. But the problem is, the easy part is when you are deployed by a ship to go to a friendly country. So you deploy, for instance, you go to Italy, you go to Japan, you go to Palau, we go to Australia. So there is no war there. So even if there is something, you'll be in another country and give the support for other people. But if you're in the army or Marines, you'll be in the front line, really heavy duty. So there is much respect for me for people who served in Marines or army compared to myself who I was in the Navy.
Okay, thank you, EPM. Also, thank you for joining in Trending Ethics. Guys, I haven't seen who have won this credit. There's no one who is speaking about. I haven't seen. I'm not getting anyone who is saying it. Hope I get a comment below here, guys. Please, okay, this Africa again is saying EPM, let them know about the Courage Scholarship in the US military.
Let me tell you the advantages of joining the US military, and especially for the immigrant in general. I mean, this is a general, but how it's easier for immigrant. First of all, you need to have a green card to join the military. That's number one. You must be a green card holder or a citizen. There is one program, it's called MAVNI program, but it's no longer there. You must be in the US for 2 years without any criminal. Then they can give you, even if you have any other visa, they can give you citizenship. But that is no longer there. So if you join, these are the reasons why you need to join. Obviously, we need a good education in America. So if you need a good education, whether it's bachelor, whether it's master's, whether it's PhD, whether it's a professional certifications, they are very expensive. But if you join the military, it's part of the branch, they'll be able to pay for they pay for a 36-month program. That means it's almost a 4 years program. So if you do bachelor degrees, they'll pay up to $19,000 for tuition and fees, and they'll pay for the living expenses or housing. So housing depends. They pay. There is grade. Everybody gets the flat rate of we call E5 with dependent. So depending on where you are, if you're in California, they'll pay you $2,500 for instance, or $2,000 or $1,500 depending on the cost of living of the zip code where you live. But number one, your school will be covered. For instance, for myself, I already have masters and I don't plan to do PhD at the moment. So what I usually do, I just decided I'm going to community college, maybe I'm studying photography or I'm doing something. Then for that particular case, I get paid, like I get for the zip code I live here, they pay me $1,500 extra. So I haven't finished my 36 months yet. I have used like 12 so far. So that one is available if you want to study or if you want to do something. If you do 10 years, you are allowed to convert. If you don't want to have that education, you can take that benefit to transfer to your child. So that is a big benefit if you want to know. Another benefit of joining the military is come to the housing. Usually when you buy the house here, they pay you, you have to pay for what you call down payment, maybe 20% of the price of the house. That is very expensive. It's very difficult for someone to have $10,000 cash here in euros or 20,000. That's a lot of money for many people. So for that particular case, if you are going to buy $200,000 home, that's a lot of money to have 20% of that one. But if you serve in the military, you don't pay the down payment. So when I purchased my home here, I paid $1,000. So if you ask me, how much did you pay for your house? $1,000 US. And that was not just, it was just for the inspection. So that's how I ended up buying the nice home here in the US. So it helps you a lot. Instead of staying for 15 years before purchasing the home, you just buy very, very soon by being in the military. Another thing is when you apply for any job, they'll ask a question, are you a US veteran? If you're serving in the military and get out, you get certain ways on how you can be given a priority to get a job. That is any job. But when it comes to the federal government job, it is extra. That means in any federal government job, let's say there are 100 people who have applied for job one, and they say the minimum education they want is bachelor degree. And there are 100 people, 90 of those have PhD. They will never be given the job if there is one person who has the minimum qualification who is a veteran, according to the federal regulations. So you get that extra. Apart from that, also when it comes to the issue about, so this is specific for the immigrant. If you have a green card, you will be given citizenship, and you don't need to pay for anything. And you get the citizenship within the first 8 weeks. You are in the boot camp. You get your citizenship. That's how I got mine. Again, for the immigrant, another thing is it helps you to transition easier. For now, if you're just a normal immigrant, people say, oh, you're immigrant, whatever, you go to the job, whatever. So people, oh, where are you from? But if you apply, for instance, for CIA or FBI, they say this guy was a veteran. And you speak Swahili, you speak French, you speak Igbo, whatever other languages, is extra point. They don't consider you as immigrant. They look at this guy protected our country. America is the most patriotic country. If you served in the military, sometimes when I was in the military, you have to hide, not to wear a uniform, because every place you go, thank you for your service, thank you. Not like in Africa, military person, if you see them, they'll beat you. No, here you get high respect. If there is you're in the flying, it is easy to be given first class. You have to board first before anybody else. So there are so many benefits like that. So they don't treat you like immigrant, whatever. It's an opportunity where you have that opportunity, and if you finish, you still have that respect and the opportunity to advance easier. There are business loans specifically for veterans, and if you get injured in any way while you're in the military, you get certain benefits for the rest of your life. And even if you don't get injured, when you die, you have the funeral conducted by the military uniform. I mean, military funeral. They will put the salute, they put everything. If you want that way, they will do that way. For instance, for me now, when I was living out, the doctor checked my needs, checked everything, and recommended I got like what they call like it was 10% disability. So I'm getting paid 353 until the day I'm going to die. So I'll be getting that amount of money. So there are all those kind of benefits in and when you get out. So I usually tell people it is easier to come in and get that. If you join the military, you get opportunity to get a profession that will train you in a professional way. Apart from the military, you get a job. Like if you are accountant, you'll be trained as accountant. If you are medical, you'll be trained as medical. That's another thing. And you'll be having a good 4 years, if you say 4 years, good work experience with a very good salary. I mean, it's not a lot, but a good salary with very good benefits. And when you finish there, you can easily get a good job again. So all those kind of things are very, very good to look at. For me, like if anybody, I mean, if you come here, even if you don't want to try to do what we call the reserve, which is a part-time, if you don't want to become exactly active duty.
Wow, thank you.
Know what you lose out on if you get. Yes, that is a very good question. So when you finish, while you are in the military, that's why there is a question they ask you when you win the DV lottery, for instance. If you have been in the military, you need to have the military record. Why? Because in the military there is a court martial, which is different from the other courts. So they want to see the conduct. How did you behave yourself? So if you're in the military, there are things you don't need to do: drunken driving, drugs, all the anything which are not okay. Because when you finish out, they give what they call the discharge code. So there is honorable discharge. That means you served with honor. There is general discharge, whatever. There's other than honorable. There's the bad conduct, whatever. Like that is bad. So if you go like you do bad things, they kick you out. And obviously you're a bad person, like you do a lot of things like which you know for sure you don't supposed to do. If you get like there's bad conduct, yes, yeah, you say drugs is very big. No. Like in the military is completely no. So if they kick you out, what happens is you end up working McDonald's. You will never get any job which is a decent job. Never. Because that's why when they ask you any job, are you a veteran? Yes. What is the nature of your discharge? You will lose even the veteran home benefit. You might lose the education. That's why you find there is a big homeless community, but the majority are veterans. And if you find that they are veterans, are most of them who are not having good conduct. The code of discharge is a bad conduct. is not honorable discharge or general discharge. So those are the things you lose. Like completely, even like McDonald's to get a job, it will be very difficult. Your life will be very, very complicated. So you'll be frustrated. You lose everything because why are you joining there? Yes, you want to save the country, but there are so many benefits. And then for the mistake you have done, you lose everything. Assume you never give in to go to school. That opportunity of being called veterans is going away. You'll not get like the benefits, like what I'm saying, I'm getting 300, whatever. You're not got that. You are not going to get a VA home loan, and you'll be ending up with a $10 job possible under the table while you're American. Yeah, it's very bad.
Thank you, EBM. I can see many questions here, but let me continue with a topic, then we will be back to the audience. We will answer their questions. Now, EBM, let's say that you are going to the USA, you are already in the USA. This people having perception like now you say that I was a principal here in Kenya in a certain school, a big school. Now I'm going to USA, I'm going to work on the same post, like the same principal. You know, that's what people have. They don't know if things go there, they have to change everything. So can you clarify to them, make it clear to them to understand?
That's a very good question, because whenever you go to another country, you have to be open-minded. KBM, this is Africa, can be a test, because it lives in Kenya. You have to completely change your lifestyle. But in Africa, we have so much attached to the status compared to here in America. In Africa, if you are PhD holder, you'll be called the Dr. So-and-so and your last name. For instance, for me, since in junior high, they call me Makulilo, but I come to America, I'll change. You have to go by your first name, Ernest. You see, number one, Barack Obama, if calls Kenyatta, Barack Obama doesn't call himself Barack Obama. Hey, this is Barack. So just assume the change of your mindset, just from your uses from surname to first name. The Prime Minister of Tanzania, Sumai, who was the Prime Minister for 10 years, went to study in Harvard. His name is Frederick Sumai. And fellow students call him Freddy. Nobody in Tanzania will ever call him even Frederick. So you have to come with the mindset that I'm going there, I'm going to change, I'm going to be open-minded. When you come here, depends in most of the time, most of your work experience in other countries might not necessarily be applicable, because they don't trust, like, okay, your work experience, who is your supervisor? They want to see, oh, you worked in company A, which city, which state. But in Kenya, in Tanzania, in Philippines, it's very difficult to trust that work experience if it really happened. So that's why when you come here, you have to pay bills. Yes, you can work, you can get your first job as a professional, I agree. But are you going to wait for 6 months, 7 months just to apply because you are a university professor at your country to start applying for the position to teach political science or microbiology in the university for 6 months? You have to pay the bills. So if you have to pay the bills, you have to find a job. The quicker job, you have to do the general job. You go to McDonald's, you go to Dollar General, you go to Targets, Walmart, you go to Amazon. You start somewhere. So the first thing you have to go with that mindset, I can start over here. But it doesn't mean that this will be my rest of my life. Remember, bachelor degree students, master's degree students, PhD students in America, they work in the restaurant, they work in this normal customer service job too. So it's not because, oh, I'm an immigrant. No. Americans themselves, they do those kind of jobs. But don't come with that mentality like, oh, I used to wear a tie. So for me, I used to be there. Everybody, when I go there, Mr. So, they open the car for you. If you are the manager, you have the car, you have a driver. Here, everybody drives their own. You don't need to have a driver. CEO in my company is driving by himself. Nobody's having a driver for you. This is the normal life. So in America, they simplify status to become like cool for everyone. Yes, very, very good. You can come here and start doing Uber. That is direct. You can start and you can be in charge of your own life. While you are doing Uber, you can do what they call the Amazon. They call it Amazon Lyft, whatever. Amazon can be delivering on Amazon using your personal car. There is one guy, a friend of mine, we used to be in California. He decided later to stop doing anything else. He's been here for more than 15 years. So he was doing Uber because he lived in Orange County, which is nearby LAX. So he was doing like hours, crazy hours. He was making over 10,000 per month, but he sacrificed a lot. So you can decide how you want to do. Let's forget about the status, how much money you make. What do you want to accomplish? Because you can end up having a good job, being in the bank, and you're getting paid $12 per hour. But working in Amazon to collect the box, you're paying $15 per hour. Which one do you prefer? Are you here for status, or are you this for this way? But no matter what position you are, do that job with your heart. That's something you never know. You've watched the Undercover Boss show, right? Some people can just disrespect people like this job. You don't do something like that. You never know. Maybe the person is working with you is a boss. I can give you an example. At one point, it was the lowest point of my life here in the US. I have a child. I'm married. I don't have a job. My father died. I came back from funeral. I came back to America. Then I have to live with my in-laws. An African husband lives in the in-laws' home because you cannot support yourself. So I had it because California is very expensive. I had to work I went to work in the one, like a factory, whatever. They are designing clothing, fabric, the blueprint, and then they are going to print in China. So my job was to clean. It was cleaning the entire thing. Over there, nobody has a bachelor degree in the entire area. I'm the one with the master's degree. At that time, I had the admission for PhD to go to study PhD, full scholarship in South Dakota. So I was just doing like normal. So people, they do not know. The good thing I'm black. So usually for me, I'm blending. I don't care about my education. I'm working that post. I'm playing the role being that way. So one day I was cleaning one of the offices because that company was owned by 3 millionaires. So I saw a picture of Serengeti. So I was looking at that picture. So the guy said, "Do you know that place?" I said, "Yeah, that is Serengeti. It's in Tanzania." So how do you know that? I said, "I'm from Tanzania." So the guy during lunch came to sit with me. So we kept talking, whatever. So what is your plan? How long have you been here? I said, my plan, at that time, this fall, I'm going to start my PhD. He said, "Do you want to tell me you have a master's degree?" So the guy up today became my friend. He said, "If you want to start a business of clothing, I'm your guy. This is my business." So you never know, as long as you do with your heart. So you have to do. I cleaned the toilets. I was doing this kind of crazy. When I was in the Navy, I was cleaning. Like people didn't know I had the education higher than my CEO, my commanding officer. But I have to respect all those people. With the dedication, then now I'm director of organization for entire Africa here in the US. I got a job without the pandemic. I got a job to become federal job to become like in the US, there is government salary scale GS from 1 to 15. The highest is 15. I was given GS 14. I'm an immigrant. I have this one, but because I started from the beginning, but my goal is not to become in the beginning. So come with the mindset that I'll go further. I can become a governor. I can become the speaker. You cannot be a president. But if you have that mindset, even if you don't reach, you'll be here. But don't come here because your income now in Kenya is $300. You come here, you get the amount of the money, $1,500, $1,500. Oh, I'm just here now. I'm just having a good time. No. Think on how you can start a study business. How can you start while you are doing this one? How can you do on Amazon, creating a store, eBay? How can I do Uber? How can I deliver pizza on the side? Keep doing. What certification do I need to improve? If you go that way, you'll go so much further. While you are doing those kind of things, avoid alcohol, drinking and driving. Avoid drinking and having any type of drug. Avoid beating women, beating kids. Avoid those. Avoid not paying tax. Those kind of things. There are so many things, but those kind of things, they might destroy your entire life here. So those are the things. So no matter what you do, just make sure that come here with the mindset that I can go further. This is the starting point. So, but if you come here, okay, I used to be so and so in Tanzania. Yeah, you come here, people will call you by your short name or first name. People don't care. People don't care who you were before, and people don't care. Look, I'm so and so. No, they don't care about that. People, they want to connect with you as a person. Number one, these titles, whatever, the millionaires, like Buffett, Bill Gates. They don't call themselves Bill Gates. They call themselves, I'm Bill. That's all. So these are the mindset you need to have. It is easier to succeed here if you come with the mindset that this is, I'm going this way. But don't come on the set just because you get $15 per hour. This will be my rest of life. You might end up working at Walmart at the age of 65, just you are greeting people. Instead of having time with your grandchildren and doing vacation, you haven't done anything yet.
Now, EBM, this is one of the questions from our viewer who was asking about the host. What about coming to US for the first time? Must you have a host?
When you are filling the DS-260, the visa form, what they want, there is no place is called the host. The place is saying, give the address where you're going to stay in the US. That address where we are sending you a green card. So what they want is the address. But because you don't have money, yes, you have to find the, EBM, can you stay to your home? But if you have, you can rent an apartment. They don't care. They want you not to come to become homeless. Where are you going to stay? I'm going to say that this address, I've rented this apartment. They are okay. But because people, majority of us don't have that one, so it's easier to find someone, because you cannot just rent. You are over there, they will tell you more money and all other kind of things. So it's easier to find someone, even if you do not know in detail, you can talk to the person, understand the person, can say, okay, come on the same for me for 1 month, and then you can find your own life. So how do you get a host? Different ways. Number one, you are Kenyan. Go to Facebook. Find the Kenyan communities in the US. There is a Kenyan community in Chicago, Kenyan community in New York. Different, right there. I'm so and so. I've won the DV lottery. I'm planning to come in America this time. I'm looking for someone to help me, to host me, even for a month. We can discuss the terms. Will it be possible? So many people will be happy to help you because we understand the dream. That's number one. You are Ugandan, find the Ugandan communities. Then you are Muslim, find mosque. What is the mosque in Missouri? Write to the sheikh, write to imam. I'm so and so. I've won this one. Can you please help me? You are Anglican, find the Anglican church. Write to the pastor. You see, those are the ways. On top of that, this is something people have to understand. You need to start following people who add value in your life in the social media. Yes, we like the jokes of Eric Omondi. Yes, we like to watch music of Davido. But if you win the Davido doesn't help you anything. But you cannot just jump today because you have won the lottery. EBM, can you be my host? No. But careful, for how long have we been communicating? I know you have been communicating. So you follow me, I follow you. We have been chatting. So if you win, you ask me, the only thing I will say, let me confirm with my wife if you'll be okay. But I have no objection because, yes, I've known you through internet, but we have connected. But you cannot just jump to me today. You have never even commented on my channel or in any personal level. So that becomes a difficult. So what I want people to know, if you are looking for scholarships, what people do you follow on Twitter, on Instagram? Do people add value? Or you're just looking for people, yes, they can do comedy. Yes, it's okay. Yes, you can follow Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi on the social media, getting some updates. But Messi doesn't help you anything. So that is something else. So try to start having friends. Back in the day, you had the pen pals. Nowadays, that has disappeared. Find a pen pal, just like a normal friend, without expectation of getting money, without expectation of getting anything. Just connect with someone. Oh, how is the US? How are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this business. Oh, like we were talking one day, we were talking about clothing. Oh, I used to do this one. We just connect about business. We just talk about, even if I don't help with business, but just ideas you share with someone else, you connect. So having friends, not just like back in the time with the penny post, you can have a very good friendship. So if something opportunity comes, oh, I want to visit you want to this invitation letter. Someone can write the invitation letter. But someone, I remember, was from Ghana and another one from Kenya. Oh, EBM, can you write me invitation letter? I do not know you. What if you are criminal, you're coming with a drug in my house? Like, you see those kind of things. So, but if you have been talking to someone, I know Kevo this guy is hardworking. This guy is just like very determined. He's doing on the side of this one. He's doing this one. I can work with you. If you come here, okay, this guy will be able to succeed. I can be able to be part of his life. So find people and connect. So social media is very good opportunity to find people. So don't go to social media and only watch and consume. Yes, it's good to laugh, but also EBM has some information. Care what is the information. Connect with others.
Wow, I think Newton, you have been answered. Now, EPM, I have another question. Let's say that let us answer this question about the pilot. Can you answer this one first of all? This one was saying how many
boot camp experience in the Navy. Yeah.
Yeah.
As I've said, Navy and Air Force are the easiest because I'm talking for the boot camp first of all. Army, Marines are heavy duty. That you have to know that. And the Army and the Marines are on the first line of defense. Navy is more supporting. So the training is different. In the boot camp is different. For instance, number one, I usually tell people, if you are born in Africa and you come not from Ruto and Uhuru's family, your life is not a boot camp. Your life you have lived is more than boot camp. So there is no way an African person will fail boot camp. There is no way. I mean, you can fail swimming. I can agree with that. I'll tell you about swimming part. But there is no way you will fail boot camp, especially the Navy boot camp. Why am I saying that way? The Navy boot camp, first of all, the military in general, they are not there to beat you like the military training in Africa. How they train, they have been given special training, the petty officers, drill sergeant. That means they destroy your psychology. So it's not a physical part. Yes, there is running, push-up and everything. But number one is the mental part. If you understand it is the mental part, it is easier to pass. So, for instance, I can give you an example. You have done something, small mistake. The guy is coming in your face like here, is yelling to you, is saying like if 2 minutes, is cussing, using bad words toward you. But those words, they mean nothing to you. Is a script the person is having talking to you. So it's nothing about you because the same words will say to another recruit who is coming next week. So if you have that mindset, you know that this is saying after a few minutes it will be okay. But if you take it personal, you will be able to fail. So number one, you have to know the military is mental. Here they have syllabus. By syllabus, it means there are things you have to do in your day. There are things you're not allowed to do. For instance, no matter what punishment it is, maybe the maximum number of push-ups is this one. The maximum number of running is this amount of miles or kilometers. The maximum, so if after eating, how long has to stay in order for someone to do certain type of activity. So there are certain kind of that. So there is a certain standard thing. Nobody will come and tight you this way. They will come there, they will yell to you, they will say bad words in the whatever. But remember, it's just a script. For them, it's nothing personal. It's just they're in character. They're just like in the movie. It's not true. So that's number one. Second part, the physical part, the push-ups, sit-ups, running, whatever, they are normal. They're not too much. Yes, there is a test at the end. You have to do a certain number of push-ups depending on your age and gender. You can be told to do maybe 25 push-ups for male within 2 minutes, or how many push-ups in 2 minutes. There is sit-ups, the one you do like those one. You have to do how many in 2 minutes, and there is a running 1.5 miles for a certain number of minutes depending on your age. Those are easy. The difficult part for many black people, whether you are American or you are from Africa, was swimming. Many of us, even here, we assume swimming is a white item, like a catcher, white catcher, but it's not true. There are so many pools people can have opportunity to learn from. So what I can say, you just learn to swim before you go to the boot camp. It will help you a lot. My experience was, so I learned how to swim, and I was able to swim. But the swimming pool I was able to swim was not too big. and was like 5 feet tall, like deep, like in the end. So whatever I was at the end, I can be able to stand. So in my mind, the swimming pool, which was in the boot camp, they say it is an Olympic size pool. So I've never seen an Olympic size pool than on the TV when Michael Phelps was just swimming. So what happened was, when I went to the boot camp, I saw that pool. There was no way I was able to pass. No way. The pool was football field. You know the football from the goal to the goal. It is so long. There is no way I was able to swim up to the end. Number two, it was 25 feet down. So there's no way I can stand. At the end of the pool, which is the smallest part, was 6 feet tall, long, deep down. For me, I'm 5'6". So even if I go to the end, I have to be this way. So there is no way I was able to survive. Then you have to swim by starting jumping from up 20 feet down like you're in the ship, which I've never done in my life. So that test was like, I had to go to be trained to swim. It took longer. So, but that for me was the biggest block was swimming, and all majority of black people. So if you find like there are 100 people, there will be 98 black and maybe 2 white people. So that was the toughest part for me, was swimming. If you know how to swim, the rest of running, Africans is easier. But the training part in the military is easier. But before you go, be in shape a little bit, like running, sit-ups, whatever. But you cannot fail boot camp if the high school boy who is raised in the American lifestyle from normal home is able to graduate. But for you, already you are walking how many kilometers, you are playing, you are carrying stuff in your head, you are in Africa, parents are yelling to you, teachers are yelling to you, and the people who do not know you is a military person is yelling to you, you get upset. There are people who quit here because they've never been used to get yelled at. But for me, I don't care what you yell. So is the thing of the taser training stuff. There was no in the Navy. There's no taser, but there was the tear gas. The tear gas was almost. It was about when you're about to graduate. There was a tear gas training, kind of that. They have to spray the tear gas, and you have to accomplish certain assignment. And in the Navy, you can stay in the entire your career, even not touching a gun. It's okay, because it's not like in Marine or Army. So they use the shotgun and the other pistol one time on the testing while you're on boot camp. But if your job is not specific for holding the gun, you must be there and you're not touching a gun even for 5 years.
Well, thank you, EBM. Guys, remember to go and support EBM Scholars channel, please. Shout out to Coach Rem. Thank you for joining in. Coach Rem, Delta Villager also. Thank you, guys. We need Theon. Thank you. You are asking what is happening here. Here we are just talking about a green card. How can someone get a green card? That's our theme. We are Rod. Thank you for joining in also, and among others here. Thank you all guys for joining in. Now I read the first credit, but there's no one who told me that he or she have won. I'm going to read the second one. Guys, tell me if you are ready, so as I can read the second one. Why I'm asking this question to EBM. Please, EBM, can you tell us now what criteria are they using to select these applicants? Are they saying that this is from for liver, these are graduates? What criteria are they using to select?
So different from the military in Africa. In the military in Africa is so complicated, corruption, whatever. You have to be this tall, you must be this one. In the US, not much. Number one, minimum high school education to go as enlisted. If officer, you must have a degree. You must be a green card holder, minimum, to go as enlisted or US citizen. But if you are bachelor and US citizen, if you want, you can go as officer direct. And then there is height-weight ratio. You must have a certain height and a certain weight before you sign the contract. So they will see, for instance, if you are 5'6" man, you must have this number of pounds or this number of kilograms. So if you don't have, you have to train it first to lose that weight to be into certain requirement to meet that one. Then they'll do a drug test. If you meet those kind, then you can join. But to join, So in most of they have the recruiting stations in each city. They have mostly they're just nearby the mall because it's very convenient. But some nowadays they are building their own offices somewhere else. So most of the time when they build like Marines, Air Force, Navy, and Army. They're in the same building, but at different doors. So you choose which branch you want to join. So when you go there, you talk to them. If they do that before they accept, they give you a small testing practice to see that if you are good into, there is for they call us verbal, there is another test, which is just like a basic high school test. If you are good, because you have to take the official test. So they will take you to take the official test. If you pass, then you're going to look about the job, then they can give you the position, like when you can go and start. But the other thing is, every day is recruitment day. Every single day, they accept people every single day. So the only difference is they will process you today, but if you finish everything, like until you pass the test, they do your medical, and then they say, okay, you can go. So depending on, for instance, let's say now it is June, almost end of June, they'll tell you, oh, you want to become Ghana's mate. Ghana's mate, they are going to start in October 1st. But if you want to go to become boatsman, whatever, this one can go in August 2nd. But if you want to go to become on this, maybe you become like they call ship service, like barber people they do with the barber shop, whatever. You can go on November this day. So there'll be each unit, they can have certain kind of people they put like together. They call it the ship date, the date you can go to start your boot camp. So you can choose from those one. But every single day they are recruiting people.
Oh, thank you, EPM. Please, guys, if you have any question, you can comment down there and you can read it. Also, now, guys, I'm giving out the credit. Please tell me. I'm seeing Coach Remy is saying that he is ready and also is currently in Perishia, so I don't know. So, guys, please, if you are ready, those guys who are in Kenya, please tell me. I read the first credit. There's no one who told me that he or she has gone. Please tell me, guys, those who are watching, Rod, what is the name of his channel? It is EPM. It's already on the screen. You can see on the screen. It is EPM Scholars. That's the link, actually. Okay, if I'm Swift again, you can repost the link such that Rod can go and subscribe to his channel and follow this informative videos. Please. Is there anyone who is ready from Kenya? Are we having someone? I'm giving out the credit, $1. Ama shilingi 100. Guys, yeah, that is the link for EPM Scholars. Rodroti, Coach Remy has posted it. You can go and subscribe.
I have to do interview with Coach Remy very soon. I have to get in touch with him.
So, Coach Remy, there's a request there. I hope you have. So, guys, who are you from? Maybe I don't have. Coach Remy, how can you be ready and you are in Belgium? I need like 2 people or 3 people. You know, if I give you only one who is ready, now that one I'll be biased. It's like the only one who is getting it. Yeah. I need like 2 people. Guys, meanwhile, you can share this live stream and also give thumbs up, guys. Such it can get many viewers, guys, please, before I go to the next question. Meanwhile, I see we are waiting for other guys to come on. Please, still in the house, page favor. Thank you, EPM with pleasure. Okay, Coach Remy has accepted your request, Mr. EPM. So, guys, Mr. EPM, how can someone own the property in USA?
Property meaning like house, like property, like
yeah, house, like maybe a car, house, anything. Like now,
the difference between here and the most of African countries, there are so many restrictions, even owning the land. In Tanzania, for instance, like you must be a citizen, you must be whatever. Here, if you have money, even if you are in Kenya, you want to buy a house, buy, it's your money. They don't care. It's capitalist. So there is no restriction on that. But there are certain things, if you are here, it will be easier because US is not a cash system. Most of the things are loan. You have to get through loan. So if you have to get through loan, they have to trust you. Are you trustworthy person? Meaning, if you borrow the money from your friend, are you going to pay back? How are they going to know? So they have the credit score system. So if you rent an apartment and don't pay on time, you get reported. If you have a credit card, you just randomly use it, you don't pay on time or required as you agreed, they're reporting you. So there is a number credit from like 300 to 850. So your number will be going up and down in that particular range. The higher you go, the more trust you have, someone to trust you, the bank or any financial institution. Excuse me. So either any bank or any financial institution to trust you, so to get on the loan. So despite of, let's say I paid 1,000 on this one, requirement, I must have a certain number of credit score to be allowed to get a certain loan. Because if you have bad credit, you get very high interest rate. So unless others want to use cash, it's up to you. But majority of people cannot afford to use cash to buy a brand new vehicle of 25,000. So you can say, okay, choose. I'm giving an example. iPhone is 1,500, iPhone 12, for instance. Choose. Pay the full cash or have a good credit. You'll be paying $30 each month on top of your bill for the next 2 years. So why should I pay 1,500 in the front so people get the contract on the phone? I want to buy a vehicle. I mean, especially I'm talking about the new or if it's used, it has to be more expensive. Not you are going to buy a $1,000 vehicle and you want to credit on that. No. Let's say you buy 10,000, 50,000, 20,000. So you say, okay, you'll be paying for 4 years, for instance, maybe 250 each month. So they've already calculated that way. But in order to do it that way, they have calculated the interest rate and everything will depend also on your credit score, how it is. The better credit, that means you get the smaller interest rate. So the more trust they have on you, that you'll pay. So once you come here, number one thing is don't mess up with the credit and find ways on how to start your credit and improve your score. Because when you come here, you are zero. I mean, you are bad credit because you have never had any credit. So you have to start to at least have one credit card. At least you like make sure the bills for the electricity, water, anything you have, it has to be paying on time. You build that trust. It's just like right now, a person comes to borrow from you and doesn't pay back. Borrow to another friend who doesn't pay back. Borrow to another doesn't pay back. So if you start, friends will start talking around, please don't give the money, don't lend the money to that person. So the banks, they are talking about it, but there is one system. All the banks, they will go to look at, oh, no, you're a bad guy. Because we don't have friends to go and ask. So they have a system in place to determine that. So one of the way of easy owning many properties, whether it be buying a land, to buy a house, to buy or take a loan for the car, even like farms, whatever, is through loan, and the credit score is number one thing. Is an equalizer, doesn't care your color. If you have a good credit score, it's the number. If you have bad, don't say, oh, these people are rest. No, it's up to you. It's the system.
Thank you.
Equalizer.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. We are almost ending or winding up. Now, another question is that what are the benefits of becoming a US citizen and how someone or one can lose it, and in which reason someone can lose it?
In which reason someone can
lose the benefits of becoming a US citizen?
Yeah. So
and also,
so there is we usually say when you're a green card holder, you're just like US citizen. You are not.
Yeah.
There is a difference. Yeah, there is a difference between $1 versus 1 Kenyan shillings. Yeah, there is a difference between playing Kenya League versus playing in the Premier League. It's a difference. though both are leagues for the particular country. So once you are green card holder, yes, you'll be have opportunity of many jobs, but you cannot work with most of the federal government jobs because they require becoming a U.S. citizen. Once you are green card holder, if you travel, let's say go to Kenya, Uganda, if you stay for 6 months and maybe for full year, you have to inform the U.S. government that you'll be out of the country for more than this time because you are permanent of America. But a U.S. citizen can go and live in another country even for 50 years without even letting the government know, and there is no problem. But if you go then say 1 year and a half without notifying the U.S. government, you have lost your green card. If you are a green card holder, you live in address 1 in this apartment in Missouri. You move from Missouri, you go to another city or another state. Within 10 days, by law, you are required to change the address. Though they don't follow that, but by law, if you move to another address, not notifying the U.S. government, updating into the government immigration system, basically you are allowed to be deported, though they don't deport people, but that is the law. Then there are certain crimes if you commit as a green card holder, you might be deported. There are certain levels of crime. If you commit, they can deport you. If you're a green card holder, you decided to vote for the U.S. election, presidential election, for instance, or a senator, or a mayor, or whatever, and you get caught, you will be deported and they strip away your green card because you are not allowed to vote. You are a green card holder. You are not a citizen of the United States. Once you cross the line, you become a U.S. citizen. You will vote. You don't need to update the address anywhere when you move. You can go to live in another country for a number of years without even letting know, like, I'm out of the country for how many years? No, obviously supposed to pay the tax, but you don't need to tell them like, oh, I'm now in Kenya, I stay more than 2 years. You get the request, you don't need to have that one. And even if you kill the president, they'll never take out your citizenship. Unless otherwise, they come to find out the way you got your green card first, whether through forgery, whether through fraud system. Like they come to us, okay, the day you got green card, you got a green card through marriage because you faked that you were married. They can take out your citizenship on that way. But you become like a normal way up to become a US citizen. You and Biden, you are the same. Exception to is Biden was born in America, can be president, you cannot be a president. That will be the only difference. Apart from that, you are all the same. You cannot take away citizenship from Biden because he was born here. And I got citizenship, yes, we cannot take away my citizenship unless otherwise the way I got citizenship was through a forgery, whatever. So once you're a citizen, you're a citizen.
Oh, wait, little bit. Let me give this credit. Who was asking me too many comments here about the credit. Okay, Shadow, Poimount, MT. Let me give you because you have been asking for it, and you tell me if you have got it. I don't know. You are almost winding up EPM.
Okay.
So yeah. So Shadow, this is the credit. You just get it. 37 04 90 78 86 69 74 35. I repeat to 37 04 90 78 86 69 74 35. So you can tell us if you have won or if you have taken it or it has been successfully tapped into your phone. Please let us know. Now, EPM, what are your experience? Yeah, what are your experience in USA, and how can you compare USA and with your own country in Tanzania? And what are you missing, especially in Tanzania? Yeah?
There is a level of life when you come here. There is a time you can be fully focused here. There are some times the more you go up, When you start to think about investment, you think about retirement, you might be comparing. So there are different experiences, and this might be from person to person. But whether Shadow has won.
Yeah, has won. Congratulations to him.
So no matter what, each country has good things and there are some challenging things. So it's not just here in the US, it's just rosy, beautiful, whatever. We have so many challenges. And there are so many cool about the US. There are so many beautiful, good things in almost all African countries or any country. And there are challenges. But in the end, it depends on individual goals and determination. What do you want to achieve? You can see which area of the two is more compatible. So for me, if I can say for US is better, it's because of what I want to achieve. Doesn't mean that is universal better for everyone. One of the example of my brothers who are twins and my sister, they don't want to live in any European or American country. They studied in Europe. They are just deputy vice chancellors for the universities. They like to stay more in Tanzania. So it depends on what you want. We come from the same lifestyle, same parents, but we have two different opinions on where we want to do because we have different priorities. But overall, in Africa, there is very good aspect of natural food. Sometimes it's very difficult to appreciate because you see it's normal. But if you are out of Africa, you can see how that natural food helps a lot of people. Despite how poor you are, you can have healthy food. Here you can have money and you cannot afford healthy food. For instance, one mango you can get for $1 to $2. One mango. Pineapple, $2 to $4. One pineapple. And it's not good still. It's not delicious like in Kenya or in Tanzania. So when it comes to the food and the availability of having fresh food, Africa, any country, is the best. That's number one. Number two, it comes to if you wanted to start a business, as long as you are serious. I'm not talking about the WhatsApp business. What I'm saying WhatsApp business is this way. Today you hear the story, oh, you know, I'm giving you an example. Watermelon, they grow very well in Kisumu. You send the money, oh, Shamba boy, go in Kisumu and start you have never even seen the farm. You start like you are selling the bar and you say, oh, I have a farm in Kisumu. Have you been there? I'm talking about when you are doing the serious way. So there is, if you want to do serious investment, you can start with a small capital and do well, like farming, like animal keeping. Unemployment-wise, Africa is not good. Why? Because most of the money goes to the politicians, and people who are getting employed, they pay the law, and there are so many taxing, so which is bad. But opportunities to do your own thing is there. Here, yes, you can start a business, but sometimes it is very difficult. Some people are thinking so much amount of money when we start. Someone with $1,000 can say, I'm not thinking about whatever, but you can start something in that way. The good thing about America is you mind your own business. It is easier to prioritize your things without having, yes, we like to have neighbors, to have friends, to have relatives, but here I don't need to worry about someone to borrow money from me. I don't need to worry about someone getting married to be getting called. Please contribute. There is no such a thing. So there are those good things about here. There are good things about belief that you can make it no matter what. But over there, if you're born poor, sometimes you can feel that I will continue to be poor because my father, my grandmother, my grandfather, everybody is poor, my entire village. So why should I work so hard? So there are all those kind of things in Africa. Sometimes it's very difficult, but here you have the edge. Like it's just like even in soccer, like teams like Real Madrid believe that even in the last minute can win. So they'll continue to attack even the last second. But there are teams like Kenya national team, Tanzania national team, Uganda national team. If they're playing in Brazil, When it reaches 75 minutes, 80 minutes, oh, we have already lost the game. So you see, like, there is a mentality, like, if you are here, it helps you to be sharp. You have to find a way you are meant, you have to be that way. And another way, while you are here, it helps to be humble in one way or another. Because there are so many things, they're not a big deal anymore. For instance, having iPhone is not a big deal, but for some people, Africa, to have iPhone is a prestige. Like, you just have iPhone, you have to work with it. To have a laptop, Mac, or whatever, it's just like a status. To have a car is a status, but here are normal things. So it gives you a perspective, like, not to value so much materials and appreciate someone. So for me, when you come to asking me about interview, I don't look about the number, about how many subscribers you have. It's not in my mind. My mind, Kevo wants to have with me. That's what it's my. But if I was, I mean, maybe I don't know. But if I was in Africa, sometimes I might be obsessed, like, with the subscribers, with this one. I'm this one. I'm already. You cannot tell me anything. So sometimes when we have, it's easier. We have so many classes, so many statuses which are going there. But here, I don't care what car you drive, because we are driving 100 kilometers per hour. Why should I worry the car you are driving? I don't care. So there are so many things I don't care about here. So for me, like now, even if I say I come to live in Africa, I will be enjoying more than if I had to live in Africa before coming here, because there are so many things I don't say it's a big deal. Why should I go to buy chicken in the supermarket when I can buy from the neighbor and slaughter my own? It's cool and have my own fresh that way. Why should I go to buy tomatoes in the supermarket where I can buy from the neighbor and improve the economy and get the fresh one? And we see, so there are so many things, like, at this stage, yes, I like to live in Africa in the sense that I'll have a very cool life and don't worry too much. But if I had to live there before coming here, nowadays maybe I could, like, oh, I have to have iced tea, whatever I could be. Like, the person has this type of car, Diamond has this car. Like, now we discuss about the Calf Diamond. The Calf Diamond, I have this. The car I'm planning to buy is the car like the Diamond has purchased. Like this, but I don't even post on the social media. But now, like Diamond, the stupid car of 60,000 is posting the entire social media. I brought the new car. Nobody musician has. Like, so why? But here, someone to have a $100,000 car is a normal car because he's alone. Who cares? So that is the problem. Like, there are so many things they help to be humble while you are here, in my opinion. Then, yeah.
Okay, thank you. For those who are coming in, please subscribe to EBM. Yeah, like Delix the Villager. I saw you asking about the link of the guest. Please, it is EBM Scholars. You can go and subscribe to his channel, please, guys. But now we are almost.
If I add one more thing, personal, I have what is driving me? For me, I don't care whether I live in Africa or here. Personally, I would like to live here forever, but I want to give the kids opportunity to live in Africa, at least 5 years, at least, to experience the other culture, to experience the best part of Africa. Once you have two cultures together, this is Africa knows you are more powerful than one person with a single culture. You have any person, if you travel, you are from Kenya going to Uganda, go from Mombasa, go to Kisumu, different east and west. It is very easy to connect with other people, to learn another culture, to learn about other food, you appreciate it. You are more powerful than a person who is just like single-minded. I'm just from Masai, you don't tell me anything else. So I want to give the kids that opportunity to appreciate, to learn, play around, having other people, learning the language, in particular Africa. It will help them a lot to be a better person than being ungrateful, like life here in America. Sometimes for the kids, they don't see it.
Wow. Now, Delix the Villager, that's the link for EBM Scholars. You can go and support him, please. Rifik Studio, thank you for tuning in. Welcome. So, EBM, I have another question, please. What is the minimum wage can someone, and especially unskilled labor, can get all hand per hour?
So the minimum wage depends on the state and the city. There is a general federal, like in no state ever supposed to pay less than $8 minimum wage. I'm giving an example. But then each state is going to put, for instance, California, they will say maybe the minimum wage for us maybe is $11. I'm giving an example. And then the city will depend. Maybe Los Angeles alone can say, if you wanted to pay here, it would be minimum 15. San Diego can have the minimum wage of the separate from that certain amount, depending on the cost. But then a company can create a formula. For instance, I'm giving an example. Minimum wage, for instance, in Missouri, Kansas, Midwest is around $10. Most of them, 9, 10. But most of the companies, they pay more than 10. But if you go on Amazon, they created the minimum wage for their company, whether you were in LA, but the minimum, the basic, they will never pay any person less than that is $15. So if you go to Amazon, the starting salary, no matter whether you are cleaning, no matter whether you are holding something, is $15 per hour. And there are cities, is minimum will be like $15 or $18, depending on the city or the company can put their own. So for instance, McDonald's now they put like 12 minimum wage, I think. Target is trying to go to 15. So there are certain companies they are going to have a minimum federal-wise, which is higher than the minimum, or state and the cities can put their own. But average, most of the affordable states, cheaper states, would be around $12, $10 to $12, depending on most of the jobs.
Oh, thank you, PM. Last but not least, now let me ask you. This is a personal question. Yeah? Yes. Now, yeah, your family is from USA, and you are from Tanzania. Now, are you going to come back, and are you going to relocate back to Africa, or now you will be like you have to stay for US for good?
Okay, number one, for me, I will die here. That's the truth. I have to be honest. Okay. But not that I disrespect Africa or any country in Africa. No. The more I get older, the more I will demand more healthcare system of high quality. And I cannot be traveling every time to be airlifted, all those kind of things. So when I'm getting older, I would prefer more to be here in the rural area of America without any problem. But personal, as I said, I have a drive to make sure that the kids understand more about Africa and live in Africa. So last year, in the year 2019, I processed to get the permission to work from Africa before the COVID. So I was approved, but Tanzania didn't have dual citizenship. And I'm American now, and to get work permit was difficult. So I already have the ticket to go to Tanzania, to relocate to Tanzania, to stay there for 5 years. And then I didn't get work permit. So we had to convert our tickets to become just like visiting, go and return. Then Corona came and we didn't go through that way. Then I got another job with the federal government to go to work to Africa. I signed even the contract. And then Corona hit for more than a year to now. So the job after 1 year, they have to cancel if you haven't started. So yes, I want to go to live in Africa, but not until I die. No, to go to live there for a couple of years, then I'll come back here. Now there is one company they want for me to become their director for Africa, and if I get that one, I have to choose to live in Rwanda or Kenya. So, but we haven't agreed yet.
Welcome.
Yeah. So, but even if any company doesn't do anything after 5 years. My goal is after 5 years, my YouTube channel will be in a position I don't need to work any other job. So for that particular case, I might relocate to any one of the countries in Africa and stay there for a couple of years because I don't demand anything. If the video is from inside, I will put my fake background, do video wherever I am, and outdoor do the videos for that quite a few years. Then I'll come back here, but not to live forever there. Yeah.
Now I have got you clear. Now, EPM, now let me give you out the last credit, and I ask you the last question, then we will wind up because I asked you for 1 hour, but you have it's now almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's been a long life.
We are Africans.
Now, guys, now, guys who are watching from Kenya, please tell me if you are ready. I'm going to give that credit. Please let me comment down if you are ready, guys, please. Meanwhile, you can go and check EBM Scholars out and subscribe and support him, guys. You will watch more about. You have totally. You have even discussed even a quarter we haven't discussed about the green card. There's many things about the green card, guys. So go and check out his videos, please. Go and subscribe to his channel, and you will get more information about the green card. Shadow boy, okay. Wow. Okay, I don't see the other one. I am seeing one people here. Please, I need like 2 or 3 people. Newton the Webster, I'm giving out a credit. I know you are in Kenya, so I don't know if you are ready, so that I can read. You have been one of my supporter here. Rifik Studio, he has been uploaded. Yeah. Exactly. This is an expert. I call him an expert. Kudos EPM. Okay, Shadow Boy, yes. Oh, I need people from Kenya. I want to read out the credit, please. Tell me if you are ready. Share the live stream. Also, give the thumbs up, guys. Smash this like button, guys, please. You are ready? Only one. I have one. You have one device. No, sorry. So I still have one people. I know, I understand. So Newton, maybe you will check me on my. You will DM me. You will DM me, and I will check you out. I think you will DM me on my Instagram, or I think if you have my number, you will just text me on WhatsApp, and I will give you. Okay, now we have between two people between Rivik and Shadow. So let me read out. But for Newton, you will check me. Okay, if I'm ready. Okay, let me read. 65, 32, 83, 57, 55, 74, 88, 61. Who have won? I know. 65, 32, 83, 57, 55, 77, and 74, 88, 61. Who have won with between Rifik and Shadow Boy? Please let us know. Now, as we were waiting for the winner, again, Derek. No, okay, Derek, you are from Uganda. I know you. So, yes, I win again. You get 200. So, Rifik, you are. What happened when you said that you are ready? Okay, congratulations to Shadow, please. Now, please tell what can you tell the young people like us who are growing up? What advice can you give us, Mr. EPM, as we wind up?
Yes, overall, what I want to tell people is this way. I know it is very difficult to see the potentials and the opportunities you see in your country if you are inside your country. Like Newton says, it is very difficult to push the car while you are inside the car. So sometimes when you travel outside the country, you get another edge. Oh, I see this. I can do this one. Myself, I'm just looking myself. While I was a student, obviously when you are finishing, you are not to think about business. But the good thing, while I was finishing, I was only good at the scholarship. I know I will apply, but I'm just looking like it's very, when you are looking for these opportunities, but let's look us around, find a way. That's why finding friends outside your context. Read books, watch videos of so many things. Like if you want to raise chicken, don't just go chicken. Just watch how the Chinese raise chicken at high level, how other companies do in highest level. Then find the books, find the resources, find the different ways on how you can improve. I know it's difficult sometimes to see all the opportunities while you are inside, but create a mental picture. You are not there. Go outside in your mindset, learn from others, and bring back to your mindset, to your context, and try to do something. Yes, we know our governments are not doing well, but what are you going to do about it? Like, are you going to quit it? Oh, because Kenyatta and now is allying with the Baba, who is Odinga. Now I cannot just do anything. You cannot even breathe. No, whatever they do in their politics, politicians continue to do their politician thing. What are you doing about your life for yourself and your family and your community? While you are looking for opportunities abroad, open up, as I said, opportunities overseas, completely out of Africa, within Africa, even in your country, in different region. Not because you are from 001 in Mombasa, you don't want to go to Nairobi. No. Find, okay, can I take a fish from Kisumu and bring Nairobi? And if I have to do that, what can I do properly to excel? Not just to sell and just get the money for eating today and tomorrow. If I have to become like the biggest person, what are the ways? Even if we don't reach that way, but think in a very high way. Nowadays, you have all the resources on how to grow. Yes, you will not be able to attain, but shoot for the moon. And how properly can you reach to the moon? Even if you don't reach there, you can go to the better place. That's what I can be able to say in that way. And yes, it is okay to complain, okay to do this one, but use also social media in your own advantages. Start YouTube, start doing blogs, start writing books, find another skill, how to help also youth. Do something like volunteer, even if it's not just for green card experience. It can help to be a better person. It can help you to find another job. It can help you to get good customers down the road if you're doing business. So all those kind of things, they are going to help you to do something. For me, with making more videos on YouTube, personally, it helps me with my public speaking. Now, even if I go to any job interview, because we didn't plan what question are you going to ask me, but you can ask me a question, I can respond right away because I've been doing this for a longer time. So if I go to any job interview, I'm getting used to unexpected questions. You are going to the line for 2 hours and you do not know what question you're going to be asked. That helps me. So you see, even if I'm doing this one, it helps me to get, oh, man, it gives me as another person. Now I've been writing books. Yes, some of the books I give for free, but it helps me with my writing skills. Maybe one day I'll come to write a New York bestseller. But I cannot just write a bestseller today if I've never practiced a lot. So you have to set someone to do something for free first to improve your skills. Uh-oh. Are you able to hear me?
So yeah, I'm getting you. Yeah.
No, there was a call coming from Canada.
Yeah.
So that's why, from Ontario, Canada. Oh, I don't know who is that. Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, it is stopped because my Mac I can respond directly from the computer or through the phone. So those are the things. I wish people should do that. And if I have to live in Africa, that's what the thing I want to do is to make sure that I have programs which I can help to guide people. So many people in Africa are so talented, but they need extra guidance or they need someone just to, oh, have you thought about this one? Just like sharing these kind of things can help someone to think beyond outside the box and the excel.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, for that, you have got all the information and the story. That's great advice for us youths. Thank you, EBM. Please, guys, if you don't know, EBM is from Tanzania and it's currently in USA. Over 10 years, guys. Over 10 years. He has already experience about green card, not allowed to apply, and what will make you to be denied a green card. Guys, you have discussed a lot. So if you have not, if it's time now, you have to come in, guys. You can watch this video, or again, you can go to his channel and follow him, such that you will know more about the green card lottery, guys. Please, thank you for staying with me here. The Telex of Delic, Newton, and among others. Thank you, guys. This is Africa. Thank you. I know you've been here from since I started until now. We are almost winding up. Thank you. So EBM, thank you for coming on my podcast. You know, not everyone will be or will allow that one. My request, like you decided to come on. You know, I'm upcoming YouTuber, as I said. earlier. So you didn't even hesitate to on anything. You just said yes. What time do you want us to start and when? I told you, but I'm so much happy with you. You are really you are such a humble guy. Thank you so much. Thank you. We still have this conversation on the other day. Again, if you will get time, thank you so much, EPM. So guys, please go to EPM. I want to sit in K4 to go to EPM and support him. Also, if unsafety watu wangu msisahau kupushi. Okay, imekuwa ikinisumbua but I have learned something. Okay, thank you. So if unsafety, I know you. The other day your channel was closed. Please, when you are uploading video, no the videos you are uploading, guys. Please, this YouTube has got some rules and regulations to be followed. So Newton Webster, let us support Ivan Sips. Yes, yeah. Nishaenda. Okay. Guys, thank you. So EPM, thank you. I don't know if it is in Kenya it is 9:07. I don't know what's the time there in Missouri.
It is 1:07.
1 p.m.
Yeah, so I have to go to eat, and my daughter is finishing summer school, so they are coming at 1:30. So I have to pick her up from the bus stop. It's just like 1 minute walk, but because it's still like 5 years old, they cannot drop her without adult to be there.
Okay, thank you, and have a great time, and say hi to your family, and also all stay safe. Thank you. See you later. I'll be following you on your channel, and I've been following your channel. So like that, I support many people. You even ask me, you don't sleep? I don't sleep. I am working for my people, you know. So that's all about it. Okay, thank you, PM, and goodbye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
So guys, thank you for supporting me. Rifik Studio, yeah, it is ranch hour actually in USA right now, but in Kenya you can see it is 9. It's 9. You are almost going to sleep, guys. So with guys, I want to read the last credit about Rifik Studio requested about reading the last credit. So let me read out, and if you get it, so it's just because of Rifik. Didn't want, but let me read. I don't know if you are read again, Rivik. Rivik, Shadow. Shadow is always. Rivik, are you there? Are you ready? Are you ready? One. Coach Remy, thank you. Rivik Studios. That's Rivik. K4, pin your number. You guys, okay. You know, if you Newton, DM me on my IG. I will reply. I will reply to you. I'll give you. Just DM me. This Africa, K4 pipeline. You are making the big shillings with that funds office. No. I'm not. They're paying peanuts. You know, in Kenya, they pay peanuts. And also, you know, the tax which they are giving these guys. Trending edit, that was an amazing talk. Yani nimeweka phone kwa pocket kusikia tu wonder. Ai, thank you, trending edit. Shadow, I don't see. Okay, you are ready. Okay. Rifik and them. You have two. I have two. Okay. 48, 15, 61, 85, 41, 57, 17, 05. Who have won? Can you tell me and let me know? Who have won again? If it is Shadow now, I will ban you from my live stream. You can't win all the credits here. Who have won? Living Studio, I won. This is Africa, are you in Kenya? No, this Africa, you won. Really? Guys, ah, Derek, you are from Uganda. Derek, you are from Uganda. I know you are not Ifan. Imagine nimekuwa busy, singeweza kucomment, so nikakatia. Okay, thank you, Edith. Please, who have won? Can you tell us? I'm just dreaming, doll. Okay, I knew you are doing jokes. He has a Kenyan number. Yeah, if he has a Kenyan number, actually it can it can work. Graphic Studio, what's happening? Can you tell me? Again. No, Sad Boy, I'm going to ban you from my knee. Actually, you've been winning. I don't know why. Graphic Studio, please. Now it's all about it. I have finished. I should have used my wife's number if that is what you need to use. Imenipita tena. Shadow Boy, please, please don't put this one. Let me give out maybe someone between Rifik and the other guys. Please don't use it, Shadow Boy. If you use it, I will ban you from my life. You have got more than 300 Kenyan slings. That's too much for you, you know. Yeah. So this must be the last. I'm reading the last one. So Shadow Boy, please don't put it. Please don't stop up this one. Please. I want it to go to someone else. Please. If you are, I think you are getting me clear. Okay, yeah. Don't put it. Okay, 96, 63, 86, 67, 13, 00, 65, 21. I think now between Gene Cloud Africa with Revik Studio, who have won it again? I'm ready. Gene Cloud, I have already given out a false number. This Africa, I lost you. Are such a funny guy. KPM. So guys, I think we are all YouTubers here. The one you are seeing, you can go and subscribe to This is Africa channel, guys. The likes of Derek, Chefirita, please go and support This is Africa. Yes, a YouTube channel. We are all YouTubers here. I'm saying like Teen Cloud Africa. All these are the YouTubers. Please go and support each other. Again, okay, who have won between Teen Cloud African and Revik Studio? Please let me know, because I banned Shadow Boy not to top up again. He can't use all $4. Please let me know before I end this live stream. Newton Webster, you'll DM me. You have been here. You are using one device. I didn't win. Gene Cloud, you didn't win. So who won? Who won? Who won it? Yvonne Swift, I'm seeing you. Who won? Netflix Studio, do you won? Or maybe it's Shadow Boy again. Who have won for the one? Please let me know, guys. Let me know. I want to know who have won this credit. I have a 1K views already, despite having question. Oh, thank you. Trending. Are you in Kenya? You know trending edit. I don't. You know. Are you in Kenya, real? Who have won this credit? Please let me know. Because there's something which I want to confirm between Refik and Teen Cloud African. Who has won the credit? Editor, are you real? I have realized that there is some network yenye iko mbele ya ingine. Oh, Refik, you should refresh your video. That must be your massive Wi-Fi setup. Yes. No, I think just repeat because they are not saying. Okay, let me repeat it. Guys. 48, 15, 61, 85, 41, 57, 17, 05. Can you tell me who have won please? That's why ni kama naipata after wengine washafinya code. Yenyewe who have won? Gene Cloud, you won. Okay, Gene Cloud has won. So Rifix Studio, it's like today you didn't have, you are not that guy because I have tried because of you. Gene Cloud, congratulations. Gene Cloud has won this one. Congratulations. Cloud Joseph, thank you guys for joining in. Hello too guys. Thank you for showing up guys. Thank you for supporting me. So I think I watch you forever. Thank you, Gene Cloud. Hey, Gene Cloud, congratulations. So for Newton, you will DM me and I will check you. So guys, thank you and that's all about. Leo Bahati imetoka Rifix Studio, ni hilo umesema nini yako iko nyuma. Your video, your live stream. Maybe unatoka ukirudi. Unajua ukitoka ukirudi inaanzia pale pale penye uliachia. Unirushie tu hapo inbox. Maybe next time Rifix Studio. So DM me on my Instagram please. DM me. I'll check you out. DM me on my Instagram such that I'll check you out because even if I read here it cannot help you. These people will take it. Lakini mimi bado nakudai. You are not in Kenya. Count me in. Count me in. Sports side, you are late. You have even come late now. You have actually finished the live stream. So guys, please, wherever you are, those who are watching from outside from Kenya, have maybe good morning or good afternoon, please. Have a nice day. For those who are in Kenya like me, have a blessed night and see you in the next live stream. Guys, if I am using two live stream, one iko simu nyingine, so lapi I have realized that lapi iko mbele na simu ilikuwa na sikisa ya simu. Oh, pole manze. Kefon sikubali, just send it me to my present. Manze trending edit, wewe uko majuu. Watu wa majuu HK4 kuna kuwakunywa tu eti manze anandai change space. Watu ndio wanakuja this time now, people are coming manze. Chenixi, thank you for supporting me manze. Thank you guys, please. Sports site kabisa. Thank you guys, please. I will not miss this live. I will not miss the live. Okay, thank you guys for supporting me. Wherever you are, just sleep tight and guys, I have seen already Newton have texted me on IG, then I will check him out. So guys, please, thank you for supporting me always and being with me all the live stream until now. We have come to an end. Please, I'm going to break down this live stream such that people can watch it. Maybe there's not someone who can watch 3 hours. Maybe you'll say, this now I'm going to play clip after clip or question after question about the green card, how we did our interview, please. So trending at sports nitakuchapa. This Africa, you know even to write Swahili. So thank you this Africa. So guys, please, we are all here YouTube. Let us support each other. You can see those one who are commenting here. We are all YouTubers like the likes of Derek the Future. Please go there and support him, and we'll come back to support you also. K4 ambia wase pia wafike kwangu. Yeah. Rifix Studios. That's what I'm saying here. We need to support each other, guys. There's no, it's not costing. It doesn't cost you anything to support someone. This Africa, maybe I'm thinking that it's someone using your phone. You're not the one who is writing that pure Swahili. So that's all about, guys. Please, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you. See you in the next day, guys. Thank you. Yeah, this Africa is someone using your phone. It's not you writing that very fluent Swahili. Njoki. Yeah, Njoki. Mundo wa nyomba. Exactly. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you.